Homies, what's good? What's good? It's your man, Doc BOA, man. Your man, Doc BOA. Y'all go ahead and put a one in the chat, man. If y'all can hear me loud and clear, like you supposed to, man. Go ahead and put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I don't really know if y'all can hear me loud and clear, man. Go ahead and stick that one in the chat for me, though. Put that one in the chat for me, man. I say, put that one in the chat for me if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Did y'all put the one in the chat yet, man? I see the ones in the chat. Salute, man. Salute. I appreciate y'all being in the building, man. I appreciate it, man. Look, we got us one, man. So listen. Black Barbie, I see you, baby girl. Pastor Eke, what up, man? Keep tapping. What up, Zay B? What up, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh? What up with you, man? Salute. Tony Denwith, what up, TD? Hornet, what up with you, man? Good to see you in the joint, repping that Mod Squad, man. Fixing the crypto, what up, D Will? What up, Tez? I see you, man. Common sense ain't coming. What up with you, man? Market, what up with you, man? Ash, I see you, man. Mello, what up? Young homie Markel, what's good with you, man? Tap, what up? Abraham, what up with you, King? Good to see you in the building, man. See you, we're missing up in here. Black Barbie, appreciate the 2-bone, baby girl. Appreciate it, appreciate it. See what we done skipped by in here. We done skipped anybody, man. Now, Chuck Lee, what up, Chuck? Good to see you in the joint, man. Good to see you in the joint. Derico Bullard, appreciate the super sticker, homie. Rational Logic, salute, man. Appreciate you being in the joint. Hold up, man. We got a couple of more people up in here, man. I done skipped all over everybody, man. Dan with it, what up, man? TD, salute, salute. Mark, God, mother keep moving on me, man. Hold up. The hell going on? Hold up, man. The junk keep moving on me. I hope we ain't about to have no problem with the chat, man. Raider 21, what up? What up? Rich homie Lund, I see you, man, representing that sip. What up with you, man? Make sure see who else we done skipped out on him, man. I think we done pulled through on everybody, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute. Let's get ready to do this thing, man. Y'all know we got a phenomenal show lined up for the night. Y'all know we do SLR out. What up with you, man? Good to see you in the joint. Dr. Nova J. Bay, I see you, man. D. Will, what up? What up? Rational Logic, man. Appreciate it, man. Represent Asia, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. I don't know the conversion, man, so I ain't going to even try to call it. Whatever it is, man, it's 400 of them. Salute to you, man. Salute. Hornet, appreciate the dub, man. Salute, Doc. This topic right on time. And this further digs my heels in on never getting married. I'm talking about never getting married, dog. It don't even make sense, man. Dickie Fashion, man. Welcome back to the family, man. Appreciate you coming back in. Famo, salute, salute. I see you in the building, man. Salute to you. My squad representative, man, the homie, man. We go way back, man. Like 8 tracks and stacks, man. Old school Cadillacs, man. Salute to you, man. Salute. Ash, appreciate the 5-bone, man. Donation. Salute to you, man. Appreciate it. All right, man, let's get ready to jump in this thing, man. Y'all know we got a significant topic, man, coming up today, man. But let's take it from a serious perspective first, man. I want y'all to understand something. I always use Michael Jordan as the reference. Well, hell, they always use Shaq as the stepdad reference, so I'm gonna always use Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan's kids got older, his boys, when they got older, went off to college, he divorced his wife, Juanita. And I think Mike was one of those who knew, he was about to be out of the league. He did not want that woman to, get bored on him and he get bored with her. So he did the thing that a man is supposed to do. Now, I will say this. If you want to have children, then having those children with a woman who's a phenomenal mother is the only thing that makes sense. Now, for her to be a phenomenal mother, you need to be prepared to allow those children to grow up in a household with both parents. That's just what you need to do. I'm telling you from experience, that's the only way it really works. That's the only way you're going to have the proper influence on your children is if they're in the house, if they're in the household where you reside. Now, I'm not saying you got to be there every day. As men getting money, we can't be there every day. If you're a man and you come home every day, then you're not reaching your full potential in life. I just say that. You're taking what you can get and you're not reaching your full potential in life because you got to understand this. While you get money while they're young, you got to have money for them when they get older. Because the whole purpose of you grinding and having children is leave them a legacy, leave them something to grow with. Not let them grow up and still start from square one where you started from. But I will say this. He had to give up half of what he was worth. He was worth $300 million. He gave her $150 million. Cut and dried. No ties, cut and dried. Now, you may say that's a lot to give a woman. Well, right now she's worth $170 million, which is noble. She's grown that $150 million by $20 million. That's noble. Considering how women spend money, that is a noble concept. But he's worth $2 billion. You see what I mean? So his $150 million turned into $2 billion. Why? Because he was the money. It doesn't work out like that for everyone. Now, in Judge Greg Mathis' case, his children are in their 30s. They had all the children back to back. So their children are all in their 30s, ranging from 33 to 37. They're all in their 30s. But the thing about it is, Michael Jordan made the decision to leave. Judge Greg Mathis, his wife divorced him. Now, I'll tell you what the thing is. She divorced him because just like Tom Brady, she wanted him to sit down somewhere and stop hustling so hard when she was ready. See, when they hit retirement age, she had a job that she retired from. He is a celebrity. A celebrity never has to retire. There's never a point where you can't use your celebrity to earn revenue and to build a life. Now, here's what a woman wants. A woman wants you to look at the life you live for 40 years and suddenly decide you're going to do what she's doing because her career is over. She's retired. Her job is done. So she wants you to be prepared to sit down. The woman admitted the reason she left the man is because he wouldn't stop working. He said he was going to slow down eventually. Okay, well, eventually is whenever the hell you decided to be. You don't have to stop because the woman said you're going to stop. But here's what happens. I don't care what anybody says. From the time his children became adults, which was, let's say, roughly 15 years ago, he's been wasting his time with this woman. Because now that the children are gone, she didn't stop living the lifestyle she was living. She kept on living that lifestyle. Now his wife of 39 years has decided that enough is enough. Now let me tell y'all what we're dealing with in this society. This modern woman push has even traditional women believing that they have a chance out here as modern women. Well, Tia Mowry's younger than her. She ain't got no options. Megan Good, only option she had is an emotionally damaged man who has always felt like black girls didn't like him, and he was going through something with his preference. So he was emotionally distraught. He just needed somebody to love him, even if it was fake love. But she ain't got no options. Vivica Fox, it don't matter how much of a fox she was, now that she's become a wolfhound, she ain't got no options. Now, an insider close to Linda says she sacrificed her whole life for Greg. Let me tell y'all something. That's a woman damn job. If a woman becomes your wife, it's her job to be a helpmeet. She's supposed to sacrifice her whole life, but she reaped the benefits of it. You see what I mean? How you sacrifice something when you didn't lose? Well, she sacrificed her whole life. She had her own career objective. She wasn't going to make no money like Greg. You hear these women talking about, well, I sacrificed my life. I had career plans too. Well, if he's a multimillionaire and your career was going to make you a multi-thousandaire, we don't give a damn about your career. If you care so much about your career, be single. She ain't never got to work a day in her life. The time for her to work has been past. But she sacrificed. Nah, he sacrificed his life for her. He could have very well been Nick Cannon out here. You see, everybody talk bad about Nick Cannon. But Nick Cannon, he got his dose. But he married a woman who was richer than him. He got his dose. Let me tell y'all something, man. What I promote is non-legal marriage. People have been doing it anyway. Down in the South, they call it shacking up. But non-legal marriage is the only way for men to move forward in this society, because no matter who you are, you can be a judge, you could be the smudge of the earth. It don't matter. Eventually, and Black Ram 313 said this a long time ago, she will leave. She will leave. Besides your great-great-great-grandmama and granddaddy, tell me the couple you know that got married young and stayed together until they died. Marriage is an excuse for divorce. That's all it's come to. For women, marriage is simply an excuse for divorce. Now, here's the thing. This same insider is saying there may be hope for the couple. Greg Mathis, he got one last chance to save his marriage. And that's if he agrees to slow down and value his wife. What the hell you mean value his wife? The life she lives shows that he values her. We ain't never heard no smut come out about Judge Mathis having no sidebar or nothing like that. I just got through watching the Steve McNair documentary where he had a young girlfriend, who took him and her out over some foolishness. We ain't never heard no smut like that on Greg's name. How much more you got to value a woman? You choose her to be the one to put in the wife position. That's the most valuable position in your life as a man. See, we're not dealing with anything other than the fact that a woman doesn't appreciate you putting her in that position. She believes it's her right. She believes she stays with you a certain amount of time, it's her right. She believes you put a baby in her, it's her right. She believes she help you do anything, they got anything to do with your career. Man, she can help you work on your dissertation to get your degree. And she believes that that's enough for her to get the position. Let me tell y'all something, man. This whole thing is based on men in a society being bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, and run amok into believing that you are the one that's winning when you put a woman in the right position. See, they want to listen, we got words like great, tremendous, blessed, fantastic, fabulous, the most amazing thing ever. Book of Proverbs say, he who founded a wife founded a good thing. A good thing. Okay, you found a woman that's a worthy wife, you found a good thing. Man, that ain't nothing. I get better things than good all the time. I get better things than good all the time. So to say that having a good thing is something, come on, bruh. It's not saying your life is going to be crap if you don't have one. It's not saying you can't come up if you don't have one. It's saying he who findeth a woman who is a wife already. You know what a wife is? A virgin. I don't care. Listen, we live in a world where, especially in this society, women get in their feelings when you say that. Why? Because then they have to accept the fact, just like we have, that in this society, men have been taught to be simps, that just beta male providers for women. Well, when we say, when a woman says, if he ain't got no money, he don't deserve to be no wife, no husband. If he can't pay out, if he can't provide and protect, he don't deserve to be no husband. She's right. But by the same token, if you didn't preserve yourself for your husband, you don't get no husband. It's the same thing. See, as men, we accept the fact that if we can't provide and protect, we ain't fit to be a husband. We just keep on grinding. We just stay solo and keep on grinding. I ain't fit to be, I can't take on no family. I can't take on the responsibility of no household. I can't be making sure everybody's straight. I ain't situated to be buying no cars for no teenagers and all that and paying for no college. And all. I ain't got it like that. We stay single and grind. Women whine and complain. Well, you just want a virgin because... No, I just don't want nobody to ever look at me and say, boy, your wife sure is fun. I don't want no man to ever look at me and say, boy, man, she still do that thing with her tongue. I don't want nobody to ever look at me and say, hey, BOA, guess what? Your wife, woo. No gag reflex at all, man. I don't want no man to be able to say that. At all. I don't want a man to be able to say that. Just like you don't want a woman to be able to say, that's you, my wife for. Don't you want to be my first wife? Yeah. Okay. Well, you want to be my first, we want to be my first wife? I want to be the first knife that cut you. That's what I want to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the society that we live in. And so you have these situations where we as men are told all types of things. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. The sad thing about this is, in reality, God doesn't even give a woman the right to divorce her husband. So technically speaking, even if you deal with a woman who divorced her husband, if that husband still wants her, if he's not prepared to divorce her, she still belongs to that man in God's eyes. Society wants to do everything except hold everyone accountable to the way that the word of God says it's supposed to be. Now, here's what you got to understand. Marriage is not easy, but it's harder for a man than it is a woman. Because as a man, you have responsibilities that can't be delegated. Let's say you got a wife, she get pregnant, she having a tough pregnancy. All her responsibilities can be delegated. You understand? You can hire help. You can hire somebody to cook, hire somebody to clean, hire a nanny to take care of the kids. She's not indisposable. You are indisposable. Man, listen, boy, you are not expendable. You're indisposable, man. She's disposable. You're indisposable. Like, that's just the way it is. All these bills coming to this house, you can't hire nobody to step in and do that. Hell, how you gonna hire them? If the bills need to be paid, you ain't got no money to spend. But no matter what she does in that household, you can delegate it out. Somebody can be hired to replace her in those things. That's another thing women don't want to understand. And then 9 times out of 10, these women today, they don't even want to take care of those responsibilities. So when you look at the situation, and I recall, man, not how long ago was it? Maybe 2021, I believe. Maybe 2021. They had a show, Greg Mathis and Family or something like that, man. I can't remember what it was, something like that. Greg Mathis and Family. And man, they were on there, man, and she was talking so loving, man, and she was telling her daughter, marriage is hard, but just make sure you wear something sexy to bed every night and doing all that, man. She was talking about how much money she put into it, man, and you got to understand this, man. The woman divorced the man because of his intense work schedule. I want y'all to think about that. You wake up one day and your wife says, I'm not happy because you work too hard and make too much money. I want you to give all of that up and spend more time with me. Women don't understand the structure of a life. Like when your life is structured a certain way, as men, we need structure. Women are agents of chaos. Like they're anti-structure. They don't need structure. Like we are pro-structure. As men, we don't function well in life if we don't have structure. You understand? A woman can just pillar through life and she can rearrange things and do things at this time one day and that time one day. As men, we need structure. As men, to stick to our workout regimen, we need to be working out at the same time every day. Every week, we need to do the same thing. We need to have repetitive behavior. We need to wake up and go to sleep at the same time. We need to be at the gym at the same time, leaving the gym at the same time. We need to be praying and meditating at the same time. Like, we need structure. We need to be resting on a Sabbath day. So we need all of that. So once a man has built a life of structure over, Greg? I think Greg is 64 now. After you built a life of structure over, let's give at least until he was an adult, let's say over 41 years, 41, 42 years. How can a woman, you see how unrealistic a woman's expectations are, man? Her expectations are for you to change everything that you built so she won't be alone. So they can go hang out. See what she want to do? She wants to travel the world and enjoy the rest of their lives together. Well, here's the thing. Greg don't want to slow down. Because here's something that women don't understand. When you get up to that point right there, you done went through menopause and all that, a man is still active. A man still want to get it in. The majority of the time when you have these guys, especially older guys, man, if you got to pop a pill, man, to be able to get aroused for your woman, man, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It got something to do with her. You're just not attracted to her anymore. She don't even put in the work to be attractive anymore. Like if you married her and she was 150 and now she 350, yeah, you probably gonna have to pop a pill to be able to be with her. Because that's not what you want. But because you married her, legally married her, you're stuck with that. And you're supposed to try to be intimate with that. Nobody wants to live a life all of this time and then go spend the rest of their life, man, traveling the world with the same woman they've been with all of that time. Now, I do know an older couple right now. He's in his 80s, she's in her 70s. They have traveled tremendously. Now they don't travel that much anymore because he just don't want to travel like that no more. But they travel, they've been together 20 years, which means that he was already in his 60s, she was in her 50s. They travel like a fool. But he was already traveling. And they didn't grow up and spend their whole lives together, raising children and being around. This is where women don't understand. At this point, she should have just got in a corner and shut up. She should have understood that, okay, you pretty much worn out your welcome in this man's life. Because now the children are gone. What women don't understand is your utility goes away. When the children are out of the house, you are no longer needed. You need to find a way to make yourself valuable because your value as a mother is gone once the children are out of the house. And if you raise productive children, they're never coming back home again. They're out in the world. They're doing their thing. So yes, you may be a productive grandmother, but that ain't got nothing to do with him. That's about them. They get time to spend time together when they bring the kids to you. That's what a woman don't understand. But here's the problem. That's what a man don't make a woman understand. That's why you got to make her contribute to the process of your progress from day one. She got to be dedicated to contributing to the process of your progress from day one. Otherwise, when it gets to this point where Greg is, he gonna want to keep working. She don't have no value in his work life. And so she wants to pull him from that. She wants to pull him from that and create a scenario where she has value in his life. Well, here's the problem. At 64, you don't want to travel the world with your 59-year-old wife. You just don't want to do it. You just don't, especially in this society we live in right now. If you're an older man and you got some paper, man, you could be kicking it with some young tenders. And I'm not saying that's what Greg wants to do, but when you look at that man's life and this woman is saying, I want you to stop doing what you're doing and just come sit around all the time and just be around me all the time, that man don't want to do that. You understand? But instead of finding a way to make herself valuable in that man's life and what he's doing, she would rather him just stop and slow down and stop doing whatever he's doing. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. It just goes to show you how selfish a woman can be. All these women complain about men ain't got no money and how the man won't buy them this and all that. And here this woman is in a situation with a man who's been taking care of her whole life. Her whole life. And she can't even find a way to make herself valuable to him. She don't look at his life and say, well, let me see how I can be a part of his life. He already traveling. Travel with him. He already traveling the world and flying around and doing all that. Figure out a way to travel with him. Be his road manager. Be his bookie. Be his personal assistant. Be something to the man. He already got a life. The same life he been building this whole time. Now, you can be a part of it or you can leave. But don't complain and say you leaving because the man worked too hard and take too good a care of you. Man, somebody just said, dog, you can't slow down when you get older. That's not the time to slow down. Now, that's the time where you don't work hard, but to be going and working and grinding, bro, come on, man. You got to. Man, I know men that are foreman at manufacturing companies, man, they could have been retired, but they just didn't. You know why? Because they like the thrill of getting up every morning, getting in traffic, and they clean little pickup truck, man, or they clean Cadillac. Sometimes they pull up on them in that Benz, man, to get in that big body Benz and pull up on them, man, and they just walk around with their little lab coat on, looking like a doctor inspecting that thing. They love it, man. They got a lab coat and a hard hat, and they love it. They don't want to stop because you know what happens when you stop? You realize that your life is no longer active. And now you just sit at home all the time. And you know what happens when you sit at home all the time? You realize the woman that you have is selfish as hell. All she thinks about is herself. And that's what Greg is finding out right now. All this time when you're working hard and you grinding, you're not even paying attention to the fact that this woman don't think about nothing but herself because she's able to be a mother. But she's not being a mother for you. She's being a mother for her. That's her instinctive thing. She's attached to her children in a way that you never will be. So her being a fantastic mother, it's more for her than it is for you. Yes, you want to pick the right woman, but her being a mother all of those years, that's out of her love for those children, not out of her love for you. As a man, you realize it ain't nothing that a woman does that's out of her love for you. But now she wants you to stop doing what you love to do something out of love for her. Come on, man. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense, man. So I say this to you, man. Judge Greg Mathis, hold your head up, man. There's positive things coming for you in life. Don't fight to keep the broad, man. Let me tell you something. Don't never fight to keep a broad that's trying to get away. Know what I'm saying? Don't trap her. Let her out the trap. If she trapped in the net, cut the net loose. Let her out. If she, man, let me tell you something. At this point in life, they've been married about 40 years, man. If that woman's struggling to get out of your net, man, after 40 years, man, cut her ass loose, man. Let her out the net. Let her off the hook. If you got her out the water, man, she's still bouncing around in the cooler, man, not trying, man, let her off the hook. Throw her back in the water, man. Let her go swim for her life, bruh. Because let me tell you one thing that I can guarantee you about Greg Mathis. Greg Mathis can get another Linda, but Linda can't get another Greg. I ain't saying, I ain't even down, I am not diminishing the value of the woman or the quality of the woman that she was. But Greg Mathis can get another Linda much quicker than Linda can get another Greg. Because ain't no Gregs out there looking for no Linda. None. And if you are out there looking for a Linda, you going to get divorced faster than she got divorced from him. Got a piece of country coming up for y'all tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's show, man, we're going to talk about Tina Knowles, Beyonce mom, and Richard Lawson. Their divorce is finally finalized. Why would he go get with her after the big fallout she had with Matthew Knowles? Matthew Knowles wasn't nothing but a hustler. Just like Greg Mathis, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like BOA, I ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Shard Smith, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like that boy Jeff, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Tony Dealwitty, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Bama, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Famo, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Zay B, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Rational Logic, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like P. Miller, make him say, cause he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Flawless Fitness, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like Dr. Noble J. Bay, he ain't nothing but a hustler. Just like the homie Markel, he ain't nothing but a hustler. We already said the fact that marriage just doesn't work anymore, even if you get a prenup, still ain't worth it. Real talk, man, real talk. Salute to you, young homie. Rational Logic, man. Salute to you. Appreciate the donation. Okay, $12 USD. All right, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate the $12 super chat USD, man. This is the right message at the right time. I think I'm not seeing your post, but YouTube messed up tonight. Hey, man, there it is, bro. Hey, man, everybody that's in here, man, I'm glad y'all could be in here, man. Listen, if you're listening, you want to be a part of this live chat, man, go to the main channel page. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Click that join button. Go into the kiosk and follow the prompts. It'll show you what you need to do to become a member, man. Come on back in the live chat, man. We're going to be here for a minute, man. We just getting started. We just getting started. You understand me? We just getting started. Oh, Fresh. Same thing, man. Fresh ain't nothing but a hustler. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, got to talk about J-Lo, too. Me and Fresh talked about J-Lo over there on IG, man. Got to jump in the bin and J-Lo, too. Listen, man, what I'm telling you is it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how much fame you got. It don't matter how much security you can provide for a broad. Man, right now we live in a world where a woman feels like she's more secure just being a modern woman. Let her go. And if you ain't got now, don't put one in. Man, listen, bro. If you about to legally marry a woman right now, if you listening, if you within the sound of my voice right now, and you about to legally marry a woman, you about to make the dumbest move you ever made in your life. You're about to absolutely ruin your life. You're about to absolutely take yourself down through that in a way that you don't need to. You just look at Judge Greg Mathis, man. You mean to tell me this man ain't did nothing but work too hard? Now, I want you to understand, in June 2022, she said that since the kids moved out of the house, the romance between her and Judge Mathis increased. So once the kids moved out, he got more romantic. He just walking around every day, man. You know, the kids gone. He just walking around doing the ball Johnson dance. Ball swinging one way, Johnson swinging the other. He walk around, man. The wife walk by, he smack on that big old booty, man. Let me tell you something. The man living his life, man. And the woman still complaining. The man increased the romance. She's still complaining. The man still trying to get to the money. She still complaining. Come on, man. Like Dr. Noble J. Bates said, man, she's just selfish and greedy. All she thinks about is herself, man. And you know, Judge Mathis, man, he a Bama boy, man. So, hey, man, shout out to him, man. Listen, bro, I hope that you don't allow yourself to reconcile this situation because either this woman doesn't want to be with you anymore or she's trying to put pressure on you to conform. Bro, you 64. It ain't nothing that woman finna take, man, man, just let her take what she gonna take, dog. You deserve to be free from a woman that don't appreciate you. You deserve to be free from a woman that don't contribute to the process of your progress. You deserve to be free from a woman who tells the world, I'm so happy, and then files for divorce anyway. You deserve to be free from a woman that wants you to enter a life of misery with her so she can live a life of happiness. Now, it would be different if she was saying, my life with Greg was miserable. She said her life with Greg was great, and even when the children moved out, they were old. But when the children moved out, he increased the romance. He started really caring about her. He started really, to my man, really putting his focus on her when he was at the crib. And that woman still complaining and whining and crying about something, bro. Man, let me keep it a buck with y'all, man. I ain't got time for it, man. I ain't got time for it. Dog, don't let the woman come back to you, Greg. Don't do it. Don't let her come back. She want to be gone, let her be gone. That's for any of you men out there. You got a woman, man, that running you down through there and she trying to act like, man, she don't understand the value that you have, man, that she don't even contribute no value, man. Boy, I wish a woman would tell me, I wish you would stop working so hard. You work too hard. You need to give me some more time. Nah, I need to give you even less time. If I got time listening, you complain. Nah, I got too much time. I need to work harder. This time that I'm spending listening to you complain, I need to be working right now so I wouldn't have to listen to this. And you got these suckers out here always talking about, man, you got to make the compromise. You got to make the woman happy. You got to do this and you got to give her everything. You got to buy her in. You got to buy her clothes. You got to cook her dinner too. Soon as you get home from work, you got to do all of that. You got to give her the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. You got to give her the world. You got to give her everything. You got to stop doing what you're doing in life and make your sole focus making this brow happy. Come on, man. I wish I would. Don't do it, Greg. Raider 21, appreciate the dub, man. Salute to you. T-Dub, welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the family. All right, man. So we got some clips, man, we're going to get into, man. This first clip, we're going to watch a short clip. You know, we look at J-Lo and being all the time, man. We're going to watch a short clip of J-Lo disrespecting this man again just to show you that once a woman shows you she doesn't want you, she will never want you again. That's why you never take her back. If you look at Nelly and Ashante history, Nelly dipped. Nelly wasn't ready to settle down. He wanted to keep living, man. He wasn't ready for that. Now he ready for that. He went and got his girl back. Now even with that, that's risky, but at least she didn't leave him. She did not want him. She was heartbroken. She was hurt. That's different. But when a woman says, I don't want you, whether with her words or with her actions, you as a man, you got to be prepared, man, to step up. So let's get into this right quick. Real short clip, man. Real short clip. Man, listen. All he did was whisper something in her ear. Look how she snapped out on him, dog. But when you see being with her, he's miserable. But let me tell you something, brothers. And I want y'all to listen very closely. There's a bunch of you men who are with a woman who makes you miserable. But you so caught up on her that you can't let go. You got to put some distance between you and that woman, man. That woman got roots on you, dog. That woman has a spiritual connection so tight on you. She's so connected to your spirit, man, that she could treat you any kind of way and you still can't let her go. Man, Ben Affleck too rich and too famous to deal with this shit. Now, she may be rich and she may be famous, but she old too. I understand if you're an older guy and you got like a 25, 30, let's say you 50, 55, you got your 25, even 30-year-old woman, man. Man, to you, that's a young tender and she bad, I get it. I get it. Now, if this was Ben Affleck at this age and it was 26-year-old J-Lo, I would get it. She young, she bad, she fired up, but boy, don't nobody get you riled up like she does, man, in the bedroom when it's time to consume. This ain't 26-year-old J-Lo. This about 50-year-old J-Lo. What are you going to do with it? Man, why are you taking crap from a woman? There's nothing about this woman that says you take crap from her. And knowing that, we know that she got being caught up. Y'all got to, man, stop. You got to know when a woman got you caught up. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. While you sitting at the table, plenty of time for counting. When the dealing's done, don't count, man. Listen, bro, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You understand me? You got to know when to do it, bro. I mean, you cannot allow a woman to know that she has this type of control over you. And if she does, you got to flee the scene, man. This is second time marrying this woman, dog. That's how, and she treated him like this. Why? Because when he went back to her, she accepted him back because he was her best option. Not the one she chose. He was just the best one who proposed at that time. If she was 10 years younger, man, she wouldn't be with this guy. And I want y'all to understand that, man. There's several different ways that you can be with a woman that doesn't love you and appreciate you anymore. One of those is Greg Mathis, where his woman decides she's going to put an ultimatum on him. Man, let me tell you something. Boy, you ever let a woman give you an ultimatum? Either you do this or else? Well, shit, babe, I take or else every time. Either you do this, don't even finish. I don't even know what that is. I take or else. Don't even let her finish. If you don't, I take or else. If you don't do this, I'm going, whatever you going to do, go ahead and do it, because I'm not going to do whatever that thing is you think you finna tell me. Never let a woman give you an ultimatum, man. I wish a woman would tell me, either you do this or, man, it's over at that point. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter if it was something that I was going to do anyway. You don't give me no ultimatum. You don't tell me either or, because there's always going to be or. I don't even like either. I prefer or. You know what I mean? If I'm in a boat, I can't do that with an either. I can row the boat with an or. You know what I mean? That's how I look at life, man. Listen, you know, we always say, man, if you do the wrong thing in life, you're going to be up shit creek, right? Without a paddle. That's what they say. You're up shit creek without a paddle. Okay, well, give me that or every time. That way I know when I'm up shit creek, I can paddle my way through that thing. You understand me? That's how I view it, man. Now I want y'all to look at a clip right now, man. There's this podcast, Crew Season. It's been out for a while. And now one of these guys, I can't remember his name, man. I forgot his name, but he's off the Tonight's Conversation podcast, right? So they interview him. He's going to sit down. And he's going to tell us all of the reasons that men view women the way they do. And it's going to be all about how we were raised, right? And then we're going to turn around and watch Erica Banks respond to this. See, let me tell you something about these old dudes that don't know nothing about young women. A lot of these dudes, man, they don't know nothing about younger women out here in society. They ain't dealing with no young, bad women, man. They don't know nothing about them. They don't know nothing about them, so they can't tell you nothing about them. They trying to get you to deal with modern women in a traditional way. If a man tell you to deal with modern women in a traditional way, that's like a man telling you to deal with money the way people used to deal with it. Don't invest your money. Just put a whole bunch of cash in a safe in your house. Put your money under a mattress. It's the same equivalent. If a man telling you this, keep all your cash, hoard all your cash to you somewhere, don't invest in nothing, don't do nothing, then that man, he been a fool. You understand me? That man been a real live fool. And it's the same way of a man telling you to deal with a modern woman from a traditional perspective. Let me tell you how you deal with a modern woman, man. You got to go back to a point where men understood the difference between women. And right now, dealing with modern women, man, if you ain't applying principles to them, dog, you're going to lose every time. And ain't nothing about pimp principles say, man, marry one woman. Ain't nothing about it. And I want y'all to understand that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep understanding that no matter what happens, if a man ain't talking no logic, now, if you're dealing with a traditional woman, yes, listen to the guy. But if you're dealing with modern women, dog, none of that shit applies, man. We view modern women, man, because we were told to just treat them like this. No, we were told to treat them how they act. Nobody's out here trying to find no good girl and turn her out. We treat the good. Hey, all of us, man, done had a good girl. You know what we do with a good girl? Man, we put over here in our pocket. Here's what we do with a good girl. We don't try to turn her into a hoe. We put the good girl over here. We might tell her a lie and tell her you the only one. While we still out there playing around, we get caught, we lie about that. We trying to keep the good girl until we ready to settle down. Ain't nobody out here treating no good girl like that, man. The good girl, man, we try to keep her away from everything. You understand me? And that's just what we do, man. That boy Will, salute to you, man. Appreciate the $50 sponsorship of the show, man. Wazam, big dog, keep your foot on their necks. Salute to you, man. Y'all go holler at Will, man. Will got a phenomenal channel over there, man. Phenomenal channel, man. Y'all go subscribe to that boy Will, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. So I want y'all to understand these things, man. So don't allow yourself to be misled by dudes who have good intentions, but good intentions don't matter. Don't matter what your intentions are, if you have good intentions, but the results are bad, man, we grown men, dog. We don't care about intentions. Suckers care about intentions. Females care about intentions. Weak men care about intentions. I care about results. If your intention is to get in my way, but what you do is benefit my process, man, I ain't mad you got in my way. It don't seem like you got in my way. It seems like you benefit the process of my progress. You understand me? So forget that intent, man. Let's look at the result. Let's check out this clip, man.
I think we as men are bred to be snipers. I say this all the time. Like, what's the first thing a woman say when she got a handsome son? Oh, he gonna be a heartbreaker. He gonna have all the women. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. Right, and then as you growing up, you hearing your daddy talk. Yeah, boy, back in my day, I used to go to them school dances. Boy, they playing the Temptations. I used to get 10, 12 numbers back in my day and blah, blah, blah. And then when you hanging with your boys, it's like, all right, who gonna smash first? Who gonna get the most numbers? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? Yeah. And women cater to this as well, because if we gonna keep it G, most women gravitate to men who are highly desired by other women. Right, so all of this is programming, all the way from about 7 to 22, 23. So that's all you know is to go out there and be a sniper, and then you run into a woman who you see that has value, who you want to be around you, and you're supposed to be expected to just flip the switch and be a domesticated man when everything up until this point has been get as many attractive women as I possibly can and have sex with these women. We got to reprogram what we value. I think that's the issue. A lot of men get in relationships, and we don't necessarily value the relationship because our values are still tied to what got us praised for 23 years, or 24 years, or 25 years. Compared to now, the value comes from, and once you be in a relationship, you live a little bit of life, you get a little bit more mature, value comes from the legacy I create, how well my woman is living, how my kids are progressing, the type of school I can get them into, the neighborhood that I'm living in, things of that nature. You start getting your value from that compared to how many attractive women I.
A few moments later.
Eddie, but speaking of that, so, I mean, because that didn't really even seem like you went too crazy. But
no, I really didn't.
Yeah, speaking of that, I know on Trending Topics, Dream Dog just said yesterday, or it just dropped yesterday, that she's wanting to transition back, I guess skinny's in. I don't know.
Right, she wants to transition back to her normal body. I think she said something like that.
So would you ever even consider that? Because I know you just recently got the second round, right?
Like the end of last year, yeah.
The end of last year, okay. Yeah. So would you ever think about doing that, or you like, girl, no?
Girl, I pay for this. Yeah. Girl, I pay too much for this. Yeah. But I mean, like, honestly, I'm really happy with it, you know. So I wouldn't go back and get a reduction. However, I was getting my makeup done earlier, and my makeup artist was like, girl, what you gonna do when you get older and you be wide as fuck? I was like, oh, after I had the kids, I probably am gonna be wide as a train, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You have to just, when we get there, we'll see.
I don't see. I'm not there yet. That's far, far way, y'all.
Yeah,
I'll worry about it then. If my doctor's still doing surgeries, I'll probably go back then. But right now, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel it. And let me ask you, do you work out and stuff? Because they say, like, you have to keep it up. Is it hard maintaining?
Girl, I worked there for like the first 3 months, and then I just stopped. Girl, it is what it is.
I'm about to go get me some Ozempic,
Girl, I eat church's chicken every other day. I love church's chicken.
Wait, where you getting that? You in Atlanta, right?
They got church's chicken out here.
Yeah, we got plenty.
Hell.
I go far.
Okay. Still got some churches
I like
over
it
there
that
on
bad.
Capitol Road too.
It ain't that far. Yeah, they got church's chicken over
Yeah,
there.
we got some churches now.
Yeah, so if I don't do that, I'm
Answer me this though, Erica.
What happened?
Did it hurt when you did it, and did it scare you that you might have died when you got your body done?
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, I did watch like numerous videos of.
Now, that's a major question right there. Did it scare you that you might have died when you got this surgery? Y'all remember Miss Jackie O, DC Young Fly, the mother of his kids? That happened to her. Even all the way back to Kanye West's mom. It happened to her. Man, there's a bunch of stories out there where women have gone to get these cosmetic enhancements and they don't make it out of surgery, bro. Or sometimes they make it out of surgery and then a few days later, within a 24 to 48 hour period, they kick the bucket, man. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't make sense. But when you hear a man say how we objectify women, he did say that they feed into it. But here's what I want y'all to understand. Yes, you have to change the way you view and what you value. But that doesn't mean that you change what you value in a woman. It means that you change. It doesn't mean you change what you value as far as what you desire, because intimacy is still going to be a part of it. It means you change what you value in a woman, in her characteristics, in her qualities. So this type of woman right here, you can't value nothing in her but that. So we have to make the distinction, especially when we're talking to younger men, we have to make the distinction that I'm not saying that you should look at every woman and give her good girl value. No, we're saying that your choices in women, your preferences in women's qualities and character traits should change as you mature, and you shouldn't be looking for that woman with the big BBL. You shouldn't be looking for that woman with the little bitty tight clothes on. You shouldn't be looking for that woman that's got everything exposed. You shouldn't be looking for that woman that all her pics are either turned around, bent over, or turned to the side with her butt poking out. You shouldn't be looking for that woman. So we have to make the distinction for young men so they'll know there's a certain character and quality of women that you let go of and don't even pay attention to, don't even deal with in any kind of way once you mature into the man that you're supposed to be. And this is one of those types of women. The woman would rather go and have a surgery to make herself look a certain way because she doesn't care about her life. She doesn't care about who she is. And when we live in that life where we out here, man, just out here being snipers, like homeboy said, we don't care about that, man. We don't care about ourselves. When you're out here, man, trying to be with as many women as you can, dog, you don't care about yourself. If you're a man right now, you got a roster of 5, 10, 20 women, dog, you don't care about yourself. You don't care about your health. You don't understand health is wealth, and so you live in the same way as a woman. If you out here being a sniper with all these different women, you ain't no better than the woman that's going, risking her life, taking a 50-50 chance she gonna die to get a BBL.
Women getting a surgery before I did it because I wanted to see what they what they gonna do to me.
Yeah.
And when I saw, have y'all ever seen it?
I have. I seen the I seen the lipo. I haven't seen like the full everything because I was thinking about
But you saw the lipo part, right? Did it scare you?
I'm not gonna lie, the weight I've gained right now, I was past the scare. I'm like, sign me up.
That's how I was. I'm like, shit, this how I'm gonna look after?
Look, yeah.
Take me in.
Yeah. Can't lie to you.
Now, when we look at these situations, man, we got to understand, here's two women sitting right here who don't even have the willpower or motivation to try to take care of themselves. They don't care how they feel. They just care how they look. They don't care about their health. They just care about what they see when they look at themselves. And that's a part of the problem in this society. When you walk around, you see all of these girls with everything showing. You see all of these girls, even the ones who don't just dress scantily clad, they always got on something tight. There's always something hugging and revealing the shape of their body. And we live in a society that says, oh, as men, you should just accept that. Okay, we accept it, but ain't nobody finna wife that. Don't nobody want to have that around them. Don't nobody want that to represent them out in public. You know, women, they got their cleavage all out, man, way too low. Now, everything they wear, man, is showing, you know, it's showing their butt, showing their print, and that they don't wear no bras no more, man. man. They don't wear no panties anymore. They just go out and they just present themselves to the world a certain way. And granted, it's easy for a man who already has a woman, already found a good girl back in the day, and he been married for years. But you can't expect that same knowledge to apply to these young men that's out here dealing with what they got to deal with out here, man. Let me tell you something. Boy, you can't be nothing but, man, you got to be a sniper or a pipe out here with these young chicks, man, because I'm going to tell you, man, they pit vipers. You got to be a sniper because these young chicks, they pit vipers, boy. They raw out here, man. I'm talking about ain't nothing you can do, man. Look, you got to be savage with them, boy, because you don't be savage with them, they're going to be savage with you. That's why I tell you, young men, hold yourself, dog. I ain't saying just get you the best girl you can if you got to have somebody, man. But, dog, don't be out here spraying yourself all thin, man. Ain't never succubus energy out here, man. All they do is drain energy, man. Take from you. That's all they do, man. So that's why, man, you got to get out of here, dog. You got to get out of the U.S. You got to meet somebody, man, somewhere else. You got to put yourself in a position where you can either travel or if you don't want, listen, I got partners that don't fly nowhere. Me, I'll fly, but I mean, there's a limit to how far I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There's a limit to how long I'm gonna be on a plane. Like I haven't mastered that limit yet. Right now, my limit to how long I'm gonna be on a plane, man, is 6 hours. After 6 hours, I just don't want to be on a plane anymore. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. I just don't like it. And I'm a grown ass man. I don't have to do things that I don't like to do. I ain't gonna force myself to do something I just hate. I hate being on a plane longer than 6 hours. As much as I can do in one go. Now I could do 6, come down, man, lay over somewhere about 4 hours, man, then go somewhere. The problem is you can't get nowhere in 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? You can't really get nowhere too far in 6 hours, man. So what I say to y'all is this, brothers. I mean, you get to one of the islands or something like that, but you can't get to the other side of the world, man, in 6 hours. So I say this to y'all, man. Put yourself in a position, man, where you live in a life, man, where you can have those women fly into you, man. Man, boy, there's a lot of women in other countries that already have passports and they already in the visa system, man. They can get a visa to a country like it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, bro. All you got to do is hit them with an invite. You give them an invite, man. You show that you situated to where, you know, when they come here, just say they get stuck here, then you situated where you can take care of them and make sure they ain't gonna be homeless and then, bro. I had to commit no crime, man. You can have women flying from all over the world, bro. I'm telling you, you can have women flying from all over the world. So guys always saying, yeah, man, get your passport. If you like to be all in there, flying all over the world, do all that, man, do that. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, man, put yourself in a situation, man, where you can deal with those women. Because technically speaking, you really don't want to go somewhere and get a woman, man, who's not prepared to fly, who's not prepared to go anywhere, who just been stuck at home her whole life. She ain't got no paperwork. She ain't got no passport, no nothing, man. What you gonna do with a woman like that for, man? You got to go to the gutter to get a woman like that, man. You understand? So either you go to them or you have them come to you. And when you have them come to you, you got to be the type of man that ain't in no situation, man, to do nothing. You ain't out there partying and clubbing and doing all that, man, because you don't want to have a woman come here, man, that you put her right off into the Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? The streets of the USA, boy, clubbing and partying and going out, boy, that's a Shark Tank. You get a woman somewhere else, man, she a guppy. She a nice little guppy fish. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop. She just come to the side of the tank, man, and poke her face on the side of the tank. Look at you. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Flap her little fins, man. Go up and down beside the tank. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. You put out here, boy, it's sharks out here in this water, man. All over. It's sharks out here in this water. You understand me, man? So there's places you can go, man. But like I said, man, you can go to. There's plenty of island nations you can get to in 6 hours, man. You know, somebody said the DR. Yeah, you can get to the island nations in a shorter period of time, man. Yeah, you can do that. But I mean, boy, you trying to go to the other side of the world, man. You got to be in the air for a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. I'm trying to build up my mojo, man, to take their flight to Africa, man, to take their flight to Kenya, man. I'm trying to build up my mojo for that, boy. But I'm gonna be honest with you, boy. That's a. You know, the good thing is I can get it's a pretty simple flight. It's just long, man. But we're going to get into it, man. We're going to slide into it. We're going to slide into it, man. We're going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it, man. I mean, I'm going to have to go ahead and do it. Because the thing is, once I decide to do it, once I'm on the plane, ain't nothing I can do. I'm in the damn air. Ain't nothing I can do. Yeah. Hey, that's real, G. That's not J-Lo from that. But hey, listen, but J-Lo from A Living Color, boy, man, that's some stories about her as well. Like she always been out there, man. You know what I'm saying? She one of those women, man, who kind of did what she had to do to get to the top. We'll just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do to get to the top. And any woman who does what she do to get to the top, bro, there's certain energies on the woman, and you can't do nothing about it. But so when you look at these chicks, man, like the Erica Banks of the world and all that, man, bro, let me tell you something, man. Whatever happened to us as men desiring a woman who's wholesome? That's the real problem. Like, we've been taught, and it's not like men have just been going finding women who, most time when we young, man, unless you got a girlfriend, most time when we young, man, we all, man, just be trying to get with a woman that's easy. You know what I'm saying? We trying to give it the easy woman, man. Like, she may be pretty, but she easy. You know, like those of us who had pretty girlfriends, man, it was a little different thing, man. Like, if you had the prettiest girl in the school, hey, that's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? If you had that experience, that's something totally different, because for most people, she was off limits, because most guys didn't have the confidence to think she wasn't off limits. But out here in the world today, man, I sympathize with y'all young guys, man. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Whenever I bump head with a young chick out here, man, they wild out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, you got to apply the principles of the ism, bro. You got to let her prove to you that she's a different kind of woman. And if she doesn't prove that, then you got to treat her like she's a 304, man. You got to treat her that. You know, you got to make her prove to you that she's not who she says she was, man. And that's what I'm saying, Ash. Why would Ben take J-Lo back after Mark Anthony put 2 babies in her? She got him caught up, man. She got something on that boy. You know what I'm saying? She probably got a Ben Affleck voodoo doll, man, somewhere, man, be poking that boy to sleep, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy out here when you look at life and you ask yourself and you say, okay, what do I deserve in a woman? Like, what do I deserve in a woman? Now, once you decide what you deserve in a woman, you got to ask yourself 2 questions. Am I going to wait until I get that? Or am I going to settle for less than that? And when I say settle, I'm talking about, man, listen, if you are out here sleeping around with a woman who don't even have no potential to be nobody wife, what you doing? You like a male scallywag. Like, if your roster is full of scallywags, you're a male scallywag. You're a rest haven for hoes, man. That's what you are. You just you a place for them to come lay and stay, man. They come lay and play and you pay. It don't make sense, man. Don't do that to yourself. You understand me? Jig. Man, flying over that water is different. That's what I'm saying, bro. Flying over that water, man. I hear somebody say about the sights, and man, there ain't no sights over that water. What the sights said? Somebody put in the chat and tell me what's the sights over the water. Who said that? Somebody said, one of the homies said that. I can't remember who said it up there. Let me see who said that. It must not have been a super chat. Oh, Zay B said the flights and sights gonna get you right, Doc, man. There ain't no flights and sights over that water, man. You gotta be over that water all the miles, man. Ain't no flights in sight, baby. It's all water. Now, I could fly at night. I think that's what I end up doing. I probably end up, man, flying at night. Just book a flight, man, where the majority of my flight is spent overnight. You know what I'm saying? I got, I'm laying in one of them lay flat seats, which I don't even know if benefit me. I don't even know if I can lay down while I'm flying. I've never tried to lay down while I was flying. I've flown in lay flat seats before, but I never laid down. So let's get on back into this thing, man. So on this next one, man, this next clip, here's a young guy. He took his girl's phone and locked himself in the car. And he found what he was looking for. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. You just got to know. The thing is, bro, you just got to know. Don't ask a woman for the password to her phone, because you shouldn't be putting that one of these modern women in that position. Don't ask her. The woman who volunteers that information, you got yourself a winner. But put a 1 in the chat if you ever met a woman who just volunteered that information. Volunteered to give you the password to her phone. Volunteered to give you the password to her email. Volunteered to give you the password to all her social media. I'm talking about volunteered. Now, I ain't talking about no booger face. I'm talking about a nice chick, bad chick, and she just offered all of that off top. I tell you what Ryan said. Look what KD said. My lady now. He still got her. Know why? Because that's the type of woman you should hold on to. That's the type of woman you should hold on to. Hey, bro, I hope ain't nobody that know you and her, man, watching this show, man. Cause now they know the password to her joint. I mean, we could say that about everybody, Cash One. We could say every woman could still be, but it's unlikely. It's more unlikely than average that she is. Yeah, they can all be. Of course, they can all be. They can all be on some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? They can all be on it, man. But I tell you what, she could all be on a little shit, but she ain't gonna be full of it. Because she can't be full of it when you got access to everything. She could be on it a little bit, but she can't be full of shit though. When you got access to all the toilets, she can't be full of shit. But I just say this. That's something to look at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you wipe her up and dun, 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 dun. I ain't telling you hit her with the Freddie Jackson. You are my lady. I ain't telling you hit her with that. I'm just saying that's a woman worth putting into a little bit of situation. You know what I'm saying? And well, you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. 9 times out of 10, if you're dealing with a woman who got all this going on, bro, you're gonna be able to tell by her time. Like, if you look at everything that's going on with a woman, bro, she can't get over on you with none of this app shit and all that. Yes, there's a possibility, but a woman who going through all of that, man, that woman ain't gonna be no good girl. She ain't gonna be no woman, man, that giving you the type of time and attention and dedication to the process, your progress that you require from a woman. She gonna have too many other things going on. So you can tell by a woman's actions if she got more things going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's more things to look at than just that. I agree with you, but the more things that a woman volunteers to do, then you can at least take some of those things into consideration. I'm not telling you to wife up now one of them, though. I'm just saying, look for signs of a woman who's not average. And I say this also, look for those signs outside the United States. Because honestly, if you meet a woman from another culture, man, like you meet a woman from Africa, man, you meet a woman from Denmark or fucking Bermuda, man, those women ain't doing all these apps and shit like that, man. All this conniving and cheating and getting over and sleeping with all these different people, man, it's only acceptable in the West. That is only acceptable in the West. You go to some of the other cultures, it's not accepted. A woman like that, she ain't gonna have no friends. Family ain't gonna deal with her. Like nobody's gonna deal with her, because those cultures have expectations for a woman's behavior. And so I say this, man, when you're dealing with, you go to some of these, I think as men, we got to deal with women from other cultures to see the huge difference in dealing with those women and dealing with women in America. Now, can you go to other cultures and find some scallywags? Of course. But the scallywags there are distinct. Like, you ain't going to go to no area and everybody in their wife is a scallywag. You don't go to those areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, some countries are really bad. Like, I know some, man, listen, none of my Nigerian homies, they don't even date Nigerian women. They don't. My Nigerian homies, man, they don't date Nigerian women, man. They say all Nigerian women cheat, boy. They don't do it. But when you look at Nigeria, for the most part, man, Nigeria is a country that's in disarray. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of poverty there, man. So anyway, man, let's get back into it. All right, so man, let's look at this cat, man, with his old girl, man. He gonna find things in her phone.
Don't fucking babe me. Wait, no, who is Nathan though? Who is Nathan?
Please, that's my friend. Give me my
Nathan
phone,
is your friend?
Girl.
So we have boyfriends now.
Babe, give me my
We have
phone,
boys as friends
girl.
now. Randomly, all of a sudden.
Babe, give me my phone.
She going
please.
this
Like,
hard
you
for
do
her
not
phone.
trust
This is
me?
crazy. No, I'm
You don't trust
I'm about to
me?
finish going
Give
through
me
it because
my
you're doing too
phone.
much for your phone. Let me see.
Bro, unlock the door.
What's your password?
Unlock the
02?
door.
I'm not unlocking shit. 02. What's your
Give me
shit?
my phone.
Tweaking
bro,
over
you're
her
doing
phone.
too much.
She's doing way too much. I'm definitely going
Give me
through
my
this.
phone.
What is
Stop
your
trying to open
password?
my phone. Give me my phone.
020.
Bro, stop.
Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah,
Stop.
I'm in there.
Stop.
Watch out, bro.
Stop,
What the fuck is
babe,
wrong with you?
stop. Please, stop. Babe,
Oh, you was trying to
give me
link,
my
bro?
phone.
Oh,
Please,
that's where you was going last night?
please,
That's where you was going last
give me
night?
my phone.
So,
Give me my
but you
phone.
were saying you was going with your friend.
Oh my gosh, give me my phone. Please, I did
Yo,
go with my
I'm
friend.
so
Give me
glad
my
I'm
phone.
recording
Give me
this.
my phone.
You're done. You're done. This shit is done. Don't babe me no more. I'm leaving you right here too, and you're not getting your phone. You're not getting shit. Yo, stop hitting my fucking car. Fuck is wrong with this girl? Fuck is wrong with you?
Please give me my phone.
Oh,
Bro,
you
stop
sending him
going through my
nudes.
messages,
Oh, you were
please.
sending him booty pictures. Oh my gosh.
Phone.
I don't even know how to feel
Give
right
me my
now.
phone. Like, why are you doing all
I don't even know
this?
how to feel right now. What the
Oh my
fuck?
gosh, are you trying to hurt me? Give me my phone.
So you fucked him? You
Give
fucked
me
him?
my phone.
You had sex with him?
Give me my phone.
Yo, answer my question.
Give
You
me
had
my
sex with
phone.
him?
Give me my phone, bro. Give me my phone.
Man, back the fuck up from my car before I crash out.
Oh my
That
God,
ass, bro.
Mom, give me my
Man,
phone.
watch out, bro. Watch out, bro. What the fuck is wrong with her, bro? This bitch wild. She ain't getting shit. That's why you don't trust bitches. These hoes be cheating. Yo, these hoes be cheating, bro. I swear to God, bro. Yo, stop hitting my fucking car.
Yo, man, listen, bro. Hey, look here, man. Did you see how the woman said, she asked him, you don't trust me? Obviously, he locked in the car with your phone. He don't trust you. Then she said, are you trying to hurt me? What? I told you, man, victim or victor. Those are only two options. There's no middle ground. She's going to play the victim or the victor. That's all she's going to play. SJ3, my brother, salute, salute, man. Welcome in, welcome in. So I want y'all to understand this, bro. If you think you need to do this, just know, I'm telling y'all, man, stop trying to have a fucking girlfriend all the time. Stop trying to have an old lady all the time, man. That's y'all problem. Y'all always trying to have a girlfriend, always trying to have a wifey, always trying to have an old lady. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. If she wasn't a virgin when you met her, dog, you ain't got yourself nothing. And I know somebody gonna say, man, virgins too. You don't know that. Your ass ain't had no virgin that did all that. Stop lying. Let me listen, man. Stop just having a negative outlook on every situation. Yes, everything is possible, but stop having a negative outlook on every situation. Somebody told me that one time. Man, even if she's a virgin, she might do this. Man, let me tell you something, boy. If you can't be the first one to get in a woman's soul, man, and then keep her under control, man, it's you. You the sucker. It ain't no woman who ain't never been with nobody finna do that, man, but what I tell her to do. She finna be locked in 100% into everything about me. When you say that, you don't know how it go. You don't know how it go. When you say, man, it don't matter if you're a virgin, man, you still can't. You don't know how it go. You don't understand pair bonding. You don't understand spiritual connection. You don't understand energy connection. You don't understand none of that. You just living on what you heard and what you done gone through with D broad because you try to put the wrong broad in the wrong position in your life, man. You understand me? You know what? I knew somebody was gonna do it. Doc, a lot of virgins get curious later though. How much experience you got with that, bro? That's what I want. And be honest. Be honest. Tell me how much experience you got with that. Because if you live in America, you don't know nobody who had no virgin in the last 20, 30 years. So what are we basing this on? What are we basing it on? If you got a virgin wife and you run your household, if you run a godly household, you ain't got to worry about that. The way you run your household is gonna protect. But you see what I'm now? I want you to look at this. I smashed a couple women who only been with one man and wanted to scratch their itch. Well, see, we ain't talking about one man. I said virgin. I ain't said a woman who only been with one man. If she wasn't with that man no more, then we ain't talking about that. We talking about that first man. If you wasn't that first man, then we ain't talking about it. And that man, he may have been a sucker. He may not have run his household. Remember, Cash One, we run our house the way God say run it. We run a certain type of household. Certain things ain't gonna happen in our household. Certain things we ain't gonna do. So certain things she ain't gonna do. You got to remember to keep your gators on her neck. Now, if you're trying to put her in a position to give her power and give her the right to make decisions about everything she gonna do, then that don't apply to you. But yes, any woman can get turned out. Any woman can get turned out. But your chances are better. See, here's the thing, man. Let's play the odds. Let's play the odds. We're gonna play the odds. There's an 80-20 chance. There's an 80-20 chance that you're going to get a good result from a woman who never been with nobody but you. 80-20 chance. Hey, but you know what? This is interesting. So tell me this, Cash One. How did you meet these women? Like, where'd you meet them at? Like, I'm really interested in hearing the story now. So when you met them, like, where did you meet them at? And here's the thing, bro. If you applying the prism of the ism to your situation with a woman, man, and she ain't been with nobody but you, dog, I think you got to understand, man, how a woman, you got to think about this as well. You got to make sure you keep her working on the process that is your progress. You got to think about everything I ever say about women, and you still got to apply that to the virgin. You still got to make sure she dedicated to the process of your progress. You still got to make sure you keep her busy. You still got to make sure that you are the most amazing thing that's ever happened to her in her life. You still got to make sure you keep her in a position where she don't have access to a lot of shit. You got to treat a woman like a child, man. If you put a child in a room with nothing but cakes and pies and candy, that child gonna eat cakes and pies and candy until it gets sick. Like, if you give a kid candy, a kid will keep eating that candy until it gets sick. You and me, every now and then we might pop a gummy bear or something, if we're gonna do that. But you give a kid a bag of gummy bears this big, you give a kid a bag of gummy bear this big, man, that kid gonna eat every gummy bear until he gets sick. So you gotta treat a woman the same way. A woman is like a kid, man. You got to put her in a situation where she constantly focused, constantly grinding. And we talk about classmates. That's another thing, man. If you got a brown man that's on any type of, like, remember what I said? We don't rock with women, man, who got online, who got social media profiles. If she on social media, dog, we don't rock with the classmates in social media. We don't rock with that. Here's another thing about classmates. If you an American, you're dealing with a woman in America, and here's another thing, bro. When we talking about it, ain't no guarantee them women with their first one. If you in America, you can't guarantee that a woman is a virgin. You just listen to what the hell the woman said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just listening to what she's saying. If you go to other cultures, when you get a woman from another culture and she's a virgin, her virginity has to be proven. That they give her a virginity test. So if you're talking about Americanized women, bro, you got to remember, when I'm talking this stuff, I ain't never talking about American women. So you got to keep that in mind, bro. We ain't never talking about American. When we talking about, man, get this type of woman and do this with her, man, we ain't never talking about American women. So the problem is, it don't matter what kind of woman she is. If she's an American woman, the shit I'm saying don't apply to her. She lost. All American women are lost. Most American men are lost. Most men in America don't know what it means to be a man. They think it means make a lot of money so you can take care of broad. That's what they think it means. There's no spiritual definition of what it means to be a man to these guys. And there's certainly no spiritual definition of what it means to be a woman to these women. Because if that's the case, they wouldn't be spreading themselves around to all these different men all of the time. So we got to keep in mind that none of this applies to American women. American women believe. Listen, I put up a video, man. Brittany Renner say, man, her body count 37. The woman told her that ain't even high. So, bro, we ain't talking about nothing about American women. American women do not respect spiritual laws. They do not respect structure. They do not respect tradition. They don't respect nothing. So just remember that, bro. Whenever I'm talking, if you talk about a woman you met in America, bro, we ain't talking about her. She don't count. So another thing, man, when she look in that phone, bro, everything she does is in her phone. Everything she does. Man, I talked to a chick one time, man. She showed me a picture. Listen, man, she was 28. She showed me a picture in her phone from when she was a high school cheerleader. It was in her phone, dog. They just keep it up in the cloud, and then they just drop to when they get a new device, they just drop it to their new device, bro. Think about how crazy it is to have a picture in your phone from 10 years ago. Think about how crazy it is. But that's what we're dealing with in this society. Everything that you want to know about a woman is in her phone, dog. And I'm going to be honest with you. Here's the problem. If you're looking at her phone, you care too much. Don't care. Don't care. Just make sure you strap up. Man, let me tell you two things I'm not finna do. There's two things I'm not finna do. I'm not going down on now one of them. You understand? I'm not doing that. Unless I'm drunk or high. And I don't get drunk and high. You understand me? Unless I'm drunk and high and I don't get neither one of those, I ain't doing it. I got to be inebriated. I got to be out of my natural mind in order to do that. Another thing I'm not finna do, I'm not finna kiss. I'm not finna kiss, bro. Maybe a woman can give me a smack on the lips. Maybe sometime. I don't know. I ain't too sure about that. But, man, kissing, man, ain't nobody finna put no spit or no tongue in my mouth at no point. Man, it's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody put their tongue in your mouth, man, that shit is filthy. It's absolutely all the bacteria on somebody. And most people, man, when they brush their teeth, they don't brush their tongue, man. I'm not finna do that. We not finna swap spit. I don't want your spit in my mouth. I'm not even finna drink after you. None of that, bro. I'm not finna do none of that. Why? Because if a woman want that, she can go get somebody gonna make love to her. Because here's the real deal. Here's the real deal, man. If you master your libido, then you don't need to be cutting on a woman all the time. You don't need to always be jumping up and down on a woman all the time. Until you master your libido, you're a weak man. You're a sucker. You can't be a P. You can't be alpha. You can't be top. You can't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be top dog. You can't be none of that. Top G, you can't be none of that if you can't master your libido. Because once you master your libido, and then you understand that the control that a woman has over a man is simply based on his inability to control his libido. If you can't control your libido, then women can control you. Once you control your libido, man, then you start to view relationships and interaction with women from a totally different perspective. You understand what power is in relationships at that point. You understand what it is, man. You got to be able to control it. You got to be able to. And that's another thing, man. So you got to, now that too, you know what I'm saying? I see that too. I see a lot of them cheat later because the world telling them try as many as they want. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, man, the world, I'm going to say this, man, then we'll move on from the top. The world ain't telling them that. America telling them that. American society, man, with the West, America, UK, maybe Canada, and maybe Canada isn't even as bad as America. America is the worst. So this society is telling women that. Man, you go to other cultures, dog. Man, listen, man. I talk to women from other cultures, dog. They don't even know who half of the popular artists here are with music. They don't even know who have. Only the biggest stars do they know. They know The Rock. Man, they don't even know who Kevin Hart is. They know The Rock. They know Beyonce. They don't know who the hell Ice Spice is. They don't know. They don't know who Sexy Red is, bruh. They have no idea. So you got to understand, man, that all of these negative things, man, they're pushed in this society. DJ Fresh. Appreciate the dub, man. Going to Africa was life-changing. If you get the chance, go BOA. It's a 16-hour flight. But look at it like how many increments of 16 hours go by not doing much on some day. 16 hours toward a life-changing event is worth it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it, bro. I'm going to go ahead and do it, man. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I just got to, I'm going to go ahead and do it. The thing is, man, if I go over there, I just feel like that type of trip, you're going to fly that long, man, you got to stay for at least a month. Anything less than a month ain't long enough for me to fly 16 hours somewhere. Because I got to turn around and then turn back around and fly back. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I need a month between that. So for me to just, take a month and be somewhere that possibly ain't gonna have the best internet or none of that, man, I need to have a couple things lined up, man, because I'm gonna go, for that time, I'm going off grid. Now I'm gonna get a lot of footage while I'm there, a lot of pictures, man, go on a safari and do all of that, man. I'm gonna do some phenomenal things while I'm there, but I'm gonna be off grid when I go, bro. It's gonna be 30 days of me not being. I'm gonna be off grid, like for real, off the grid. But yeah, bro, I'm definitely gonna do it, man. I'm definitely gonna do it, man. I was actually supposed to do it in August, man, but then I jumped on that movie project, man. So That movie project kind of took me away from it, man. It kind of took me away from it. Yeah, that's another thing, Fresh. Yeah, you get to ride on the big boys, man. You definitely get to ride on the big boys, man. And for me, man, I'm gonna do a lay flat seat too, man. And also, when you fly overseas that far, you're on a much bigger plane. The ride is much smoother. Even the turbulence feel like you're going over a slow speed bump. Go. All y'all should go. Yeah, man. I think every man should take the opportunity, man. If you're a black man, bro, you got to go to Africa. Pick your spot. My spot is Kenya. I'm going to Kenya. For the simple fact, I wanna go on a safari in the Masai Mara. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the Masai Mara wildlife refuge, man, and I'll go on that. Also, I want to go to the what is it, Osovo, down at the crater in Tanzania, man. So I'm gonna go on those two things, man, and also there's a couple of things I want to do, and a couple of other things I want to do in Tanzania as well, man. But Kenya and Tanzania, they border one another, so you could do both, in one trip, man. So yeah, I'm gonna do some things, bro. I'm gonna get into it, man. Definitely gonna have some things for y'all, man. So let's get into it, man. All right, man. So this next one, man, we're gonna watch this this guy, man, he rode up on his wife, man. She a teacher. Rode up on her in the parking lot at the school, man. Cheating with this dude, man, that's the dean at another school, man. Check it out.
Wow. Hey, Miramonte High School, Miss Martin. Kirk County activities. Miramonte. Oh, Foothill. Foothill also. Caught him fucking around with my wife. Miramonte, Kirk County activities. I'll call Shandon. I got more videos too. I'll call Shandon. You want to throw names out there? Shandon, Raphael Skada, and Shandon. Yeah, she was 15. She was 15.
Oh shit. Damn it. So we got a cheater under the mist from Miramonte High School.
Nice try, dude. Thank you. Hey, you fucked up. You fucked up.
I got you, bro.
Hey, let me tell you the craziest thing, man. The craziest thing is when you roll up on your old lady and you catch her in the act, and the thing she tries to do the most is get the hell away from you. No explanation, no nothing. That means she knows you already know. That means she doesn't care that you already know. That means she doesn't respect you for staying with her all of this time. That means that she looks at you as the scum of the earth because she knows she wouldn't have stayed with you through all of the things you stayed with her through. She's more upset that you interrupted her rendezvous than she is that you got this man recording you. She don't care. And then you on camera, man, making all this noise, man, and looking all stupid, man. You look crazy, bro. You look absolutely crazy, man.
Got you, bro.
Kirk County activities, man. Put that shit up there. I got more videos. She's been doing it for a year and a half. Just like we were supposed to go get ice cream with my kid. She just did this shit. I got the text messages. Let's go get ice cream. Let's go eat this. Da da da. Line. She's at lunch with her friends. She works at Miramonte. He was fucking her the whole time she was at Miramonte. He's a dean at Foothill High School.
Wow.
Oh, and by the way, they were setting up kids to get expelled from Miramonte. And I've got all those videos proving all that too.
Okay,
setting
I got
kids
you.
up to get expelled.
Wow, that's
While he was a
crazy.
teen.
I got you.
Yo, man, look. Hey, look, man. He in such bad shape right now. And this is what happens, man. I laugh, man, because it is funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. But he's so hurt that she don't care that now he's in destroy mode. He trying to destroy him by any means necessary now. Like, you know how, this is what happens. You feel like if you catch her in the act, she's going to have some regret, some remorse. She's going to try to explain to you. She's going to apologize. She's just looking at you like you interrupted her day, bruh. That's all you did. It didn't mean nothing to her. If you know she's been doing it for, think about it. He just said they've been doing it for a year and a half. So why are you still rolling up on them in public? I hope you're recording this, man, so you can make a move. So you can get on, bruh. You got the text messages. That means she don't even hide from you no more, dog. If you know it's been going on for a year, can you imagine how she treat this man at home every day, bruh? Can you imagine how she treats this man at home? She probably be at home in bed with him, texting the dude laying beside him. That's why I'm telling you, dog, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. No matter what you do, you got to be ready to let a broad go. You got to be ready to let her go, man. You got to be ready to let her go quick. And you can't let her go quick if you legally marry her. Legal marriage is an obstacle in the way of getting away from a woman you don't want no more. And here's another man who's caught up on the Jezebel energy. Bro, let me tell you, man. You got to do a very careful job. So I appreciate Cash One New York, man, for always throwing those other ideas out there, man, for always throwing them out there. But Doc, this possible too. But man, this possible too. But what about this, Doc? Because you got to be that meticulous about every woman you interact with. You got to be that meticulous. Before you put a woman in that situation, you got to be that meticulous. And I also tell you like this, like SJ said, think you better let her go. Think you'd better. Looks like another love TKO. Gotta let her go, man. Looking back over the years, I guess he shedded some tears. Told himself time and time again, this time he's gonna win. He taking the bumps and the bruises and all the pains of a two-time loser. Takes a fool to lose twice and start all over again. Takes him. He done lost twice. In a year and a half, man, he done lost 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Boy, let me tell you something, man. And this the crazy thing. If they, in a year and a half, man, they ain't even using protection, bruh. I can promise you that. They ain't even using protection. You got a woman at home that you providing and protecting for, and you paying her to have a comfortable life so she can go do all these things that are the opposite of wife. Come on, man. You got to do better. You got to be ready. You got to be ready, man. You got to be ready. KTP, appreciate the time. 3 virgins before the age of 25, wasn't ready for it. Granted, one was white, one was lesbian, just didn't know it yet. Third, 19, I didn't have no patience for the mind, but deserved a little more patience. Live and learn. You know what, bro? And that's the thing, man. So there was a time, you know, as a younger man, yeah, man. I mean, a much younger man. I crossed over that situation before, man. But right now, dog, we grown men. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I already did all that I'm gonna do, and it wasn't that much. I wasn't out there wilding like that because I always apply principles to these bros, man. If it wasn't about breaking no bread or kicking no paper down, you know, even when I was young, man, even man, I'm talking about, you know, 16, man, you know, going to a girl house, man, if she ain't gonna do nothing else, man, she gotta cook me dinner or something, whatever she could cook, some spaghetti or something. She gotta do something. She gotta make it worth my while because just her body has never been worth my while. You know what I'm saying? The only body that's, and I didn't know this then, but now I realize that the only body that's ever been, the only body that's worth my while, man, is a body that ain't never been touched by nobody else. That's the only one that's worth my while, man. So you talking about, man, you know, that's just the way it's gotta be. But now, as you mature, man, then you start to look at life and you start to understand the things that you deserve. Now, granted, it takes a well-made up mind to keep a woman busy and keyed in. See, it's a different ball game when we're talking about a woman that's Even in America, when we talk about America, we just got through talking about Judge Mathis' wife. Judge Mathis' wife, she ain't got no reason to divorce that man, but she divorcing him anyway because she live in a society that's saying you could do better without a man than you can with one. And she believed moving forward with this little paper. That's what happened with Tayana Taylor. Tayana Taylor believes she could do better. She could move forward. She could do better. You know, because she make a little money. She make a little social media money. She do her thing, man. She got a few brand deals, man. She make okay money. I think in court, Iman say she make, man, like $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month. That's paper. That's decent paper. You know, even if your lifestyle is 50 bands a month, you 50 bands to the good after living an incredible lifestyle. But the bottom line is, none of that matters when you get out there in the real world and you realize that the only man that's going to treat you like that is the man you just left. Same thing Linda Mathis going to find out. Same thing Tia Mowry found out. Same thing, what her name was, Russell Simmons' ex-wife. Kimora Lee Simmons, same thing she found out. Same thing all of them going to find out. Tracy Edmonds, same thing she found out. Yes, a lot of men are kicking with her because she still look good for her age, but ain't nobody finna wife her up. They might engage with her because the thing about a woman who's been married before, she thinks that she's wife material, even though she failed as a wife. But she believes she can't go down and suddenly just be dating a bunch of men over and over. She got to get husband after husband after husband, and so that's why the rush, the push to propose to her and put a ring on her finger and do all of that. That's where that come from, man. So a woman who's already been in a marriage for all that time, man, she been divorced, man. Like, for me, I just always look at it, I just assumed she was a bad wife. You know what I'm saying? I just assumed she was a bad wife, man. That's it. Jig, he snitched on the dean and teacher. Remember, while thinking about taking her back, man, she had it in her mouth. Yeah, man, that's the thing. Listen, if she would stop, he would take her back. If she would stay, okay, baby, I'm done. I'm not going to mess with him no more. He'll take her back. He would take her back because as men in America, you're taught to be a woman. You're taught to be feminine. You're taught to be emotional. You're taught to work your way through something that you shouldn't be working your way through. Once a woman go be with somebody else, once your wife go be with somebody else, man, she foul after that. You can't keep her. You're gonna turn into this. You keep your cheating wife, you're gonna turn into a woman just like he just did. Look how catty and messy and whiny this dude was, man. That's crazy, man. So this next clip, man, we're gonna look at this guy, man. Him and his wife been separated for 2 weeks. And she already up in the crib. And bruh, she ain't up in the crib with nobody she want to be with. She up in the crib, man, turning a trick. Y'all peep game on this.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. You okay?
You didn't waste time?
No.
Okay. That's good. Do you know she's married?
You left me.
Do you know she's married?
No. And listen, man, listen. She was sitting beside the dude and sat up when she heard the door. Listen, bro. Man, you know what she was doing, man. She was rocking the mic, man. Man, you walk in. Look, that's still his wife. They've been separated for 2 weeks. He rocking that man. She rocking the mic. Here's the thing. She was already rocking this mic while you was with her. Do you know how disgusting that is? You know how many times he probably kissed that brow good morning, man? That's why I don't kiss, bro. Man, I don't kiss, bro. I'm good. Whatever she been doing with her mouth, it don't matter to me because she ain't finna put them lips on me. That's the only way it would matter. It would only matter if what she doing with her mouth, then she kiss you. You kiss her. I'm not finna do it, bro. I ain't finna kiss. I'm good on that, man. I ain't doing no kissing.
You left me.
This is live, by the way. Yeah? That's what you do. Bring Ben, fuck them, on the sofa. Same sofa that you couldn't fuck me. Let me say hello to the man. Excuse me, boss.
Hey, boss.
I've got nothing against you, by the way.
Yes.
Just letting you know that you're in someone's house, someone's wife, with a condom on.
Did you not leave though?
It's just been 2 weeks, and I don't know if you know, buddy. It's just been 2 weeks.
Did you not leave though?
It's just been 2 weeks,
Did
Tina.
you not leave though? I begged you to stay with me. I cried.
Can I be excused?
You don't need to go. I'm not staying long. I'm just picking up a few things. But I don't know how your conscience goes, man. I've just been away for two weeks and you're already fucking my wife.
I don't know anything about it.
So just.
Hey, man, look, check your bra, don't check the man. You know what I'm saying? If the man didn't know, he didn't know. Which means, man, that she done went out and met somebody. If he didn't know, man, she done went out and met a random. But I'm going to tell you, man, this is what an emotionally distraught woman is the easiest pickings. You know what I'm saying? And really the dude she got in there, she's just using him as an emotional sponge. She's just using him as a soft landing spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, you hear the saying, man, I'm going to let her down easy. Yeah, you let her down easy so she won't drop from way up, because she dropped from way up, she going to drop right on somebody's wood, man, because she looking for somebody to make her feel good. You understand what I'm saying? To make her feel desired, to make her feel wanted. And so for me, that's why I say, man, you meet a woman, man, you check her, man, you make sure, man, that she ain't jumping straight out of no relationship. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. When she's straight out of a relationship, man, all she gonna do is drain your energy. She's in energy draining mode. She needs to recover from the lost energy that she's dealing with, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This ain't even America. This Africa. So somebody asked me earlier, I see, I forgot to get your super chat up there, Cash One. Let me go get it, man. Cash One asked me earlier, what cultures would you consider for a wife? I consider any culture outside of the United States. It's not about the culture, it's about where you go in those cultures. So let's say like some of these African countries, they have like 20 different tribes. So you go to Kenya, they got Masai Mara, they got Kikuyu, there's a couple of other tribes, there's many other tribes. So when you look at it, it's not about what culture you go to, it's about where you go when you get to that country. You got to go to the backwoods. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the backwoods, man. You go to Ghana, I'm not going to get no one from Accra, Ghana, man. I'm going to the backwoods. I'm going to an area that's where you got to drive a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to have to drive 2 or 3 hours away from the major city to get to the women who are not going to be caught up in that. Because it's a choice. It's a choice, a distinct choice to live far away from a major city, especially in those African countries. The further you get away from a major city, like you're away from shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about a girl who grow up, man, where they grow their own vegetables. Like, you got to get a woman who's traditional. A traditional woman, even in America, a traditional woman is a woman who I grew up, man, my grandparents, man, they grew a garden. Like, they had a garden. You know what I'm saying? There were in the summertime, man, they turned homemade ice cream for us, man. Like there were pear trees and apple trees and plum trees in the yard. So the fruit that we ate came off those trees. That we got them, you know, maybe froze them. She made pies with them, or, you know, pastries or whatever with them, Danish with them or whatever during the rest of the year. Like I'm talking about that type of woman, a woman who knows how to live off the land, a woman who prefers to live off the land. Because a woman who prefers to live off the land, she's not caught up in fashion. She's not caught up in having the most expensive cars, the most expensive clothes, the most expensive crib. A woman who's used to being in an environment. I'm talking about a woman, man, who does all the chores at home. You understand? She somewhere between 20 and 27, and she do all the chores at home. You know what I'm saying? She clean, she does laundry, she cooks, she does all of that. She does all of it by hand. They don't have a washing machine. They don't have a dishwasher. They don't have none of that. She does everything by hand, hang the clothes outside on the line to dry. You understand what I'm saying? When they eat vegetables, she go get them out of the garden. That type of woman, a woman who's used to being dedicated to the process. Like it's a process to take care of a household. So you need a woman who's dedicated to the process of taking care of a household, man. Because the same way you dedicated to the process of providing and protecting, she need to be dedicated to the process of doing the other things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta move out. You gotta move out far away from the city, bro. You gotta do it. You got to do it. There it is. Mr. J said you got to get them totally off the grid of social media and city life. You know what I'm saying? But what are the odds of that? The odds are great when you go to other cultures. The odds aren't great here. You know what I'm saying? The odds aren't great here because here, no matter where you go, you got the best internet service. Hey, you can get some pretty good Wi-Fi no matter where you are here. But even here, you can go down to the country. But the thing is, in America, we live in a society where people eat so terribly that Like you're not gonna you could go to the country, to the backwoods and get a woman, man, but she probably gonna weigh about 250 pounds because she's still eating pork, and they still got a McDonald's out there. If they ain't got nothing else, they got a McDonald's and a Walmart, and they got one convenience store that sell a bunch of chips and sodas and shit. I'm talking about a culture that's not Americanized. You got to go somewhere that's not Americanized, and you go to the other places. There's a bunch of places you can go, especially in Africa. In Africa, you got Kenya, yeah, everybody know Nairobi, but and Mombasa and all of that. But that man, there's Kenya, and even Mombasa ain't so bad. But you got that. You got Gambia. You got Burkina Faso. You got that, man. Like there's a bunch of cultures you can go to, man, in Africa, man, and get a woman that's just off the grid, because only the major cities are really on the grid there. You know what I'm saying? I tell you like this: if the city don't have an airport, it's not a major city in Africa. Let's just put it like that. If there's not if you can't land a plane there, it's not a major city. And so that's what I say, man. You know what I'm saying? For my research, man. And you got to understand, man, I've been researching Kenya, man, since I was a kid. You know, I've been looking at the Masai Mara and, you know, the wildlife reserve and going there, man, to do safaris and all that. Then, you know, as you grow older, you get into the people, you get into the cultures, you get into the meals. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go there and give me some chapati and ugali, and you know, that's just a bunch of things you could do, bro. So I say research cultures, man. That's the thing about the internet. We don't have to be on social media doing a whole bunch of bullshit on the internet all the time. You can research anything you want to research on the internet. So, but it just goes to show, man, that, man, a woman she will take her time. And when it doesn't take long for a woman to find somebody else, because men out here are desperate. You know what I'm saying? A woman can walk out of the house right now and go get a man that she's attracted enough to be intimate with him and bring him home right now. As a man, only a select few men can do that. You know, only a select few men can walk out of their house, go somewhere, get a woman that they're attracted to enough, man, to be intimate with her, don't have to pay her, and bring her home. A woman can go out and pick up a man that she's attracted to, get him to pay, and bring him home, be intimate with him. But very few men can do that. So the majority of men, a fairly attractive woman, she could go out there, man, and pick a man up at no time at all, man, and bring him right home. Or she's got those beta male orbiters, the man she's already been talking to. Like homeboy saw Nathan in the phone. Nathan probably was just a beta male orbiter. And that's why I tell you, if you're gonna provide for a woman, you better make sure she dedicate her life to what you're building. If you're gonna protect the woman, you better make sure she dedicate her life to what you're building. If she don't dedicate her life to what you're building, then, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, but that thought energy on it gonna be unyielding, boy. It gonna be on her. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be in her and on her, boy. And I want y'all to understand that. KTP, man, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Jig, again, man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the dime. You can find them in American country, but we call them boot wolves. Yeah, that's what, yeah. You can find them in American country, man, but I'm be honest with you, boy. You got to search far and wide to find one, man, that's bad and ain't caught up on nothing. But here's the thing about finding them in America. They have dreams of being Americanized. They have dreams of making it to the big city. They have dreams. If you get a woman from another culture, from the right place, man, she want to come here and go straight to the country. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's the only reason that's the only reason I planted my flag in the country, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to know the layout of the land. I want to be plugged into the politics, into the politics. I want to be plugged into, you know, the business world. I want to be plugged into the society and the community. So I could just slide somewhere, man, in the backwood right there, man, and just have a spot, man, that's right on the water, and all the nimber trees and all kind of birds and foxes and deer and all that shit in the woods. Sometime a bear in there. That's the life right there, man. Because I already knew. See, I've been planning this shit for my whole life, man. I've been planning to have a certain lifestyle my whole life, and my lifestyle ain't got nothing to do with but living in a major city. I can visit a major city whenever I get ready. I can go to Atlanta. I can go to New York. I love going to Miami. I love going to Cali. You know, I can go anywhere, man. You name it, I can go there. I can go to Seattle. I love going to Houston, Dallas. I love those areas, man. I can go to any of those areas anytime, man. You know, and I can go there, hang out there, then I can leave and come back to the country. And for me, that's the lifestyle, bro. Yeah, and that's the thing, SJ. Once African women get here to America, they go riding in no time. That's why you gotta take them to the same environment, man, that they used to. You gotta take them to the same environment they used to. And that's just the way it is, man. And don't legally marry nobody. It don't matter how good she is. It don't matter if she a virgin, where she from. Don't do no legal marriage, bro. You're going to set yourself up. Now, let's get into this brother, man. This brother's going to be talking about, he going to make a great point about how if you got to be aware of who you're trying to provide and protect for. You got to be honest with yourself about if a woman deserves that from you. And you got to have some requirement for body count. And I always say there's 2 body counts. There's 0 and then there's bodies. From 1 to 1,000,000, that's just bodies. It don't matter. There's 0 and then there's bodies. Let's check it out, man.
A woman says, I want to wait until marriage. It is his right to say, well, I would like to wait to pay for things until marriage. You want to be sanctified, holy unto God? Well, I want to make sure that the responsibility to provide and protect that's sanctified before God. I got to make sure you're worth my money, because you got to make sure I'm worth your body. Because when you think about Old Testament law, you paid to be married. That a father, his daughter would set up at the house until a man was willing to pay the price financially to marry the daughter. It ain't have nothing to do with booty. And what did he pay for? He didn't pay for somebody that's already been touched. He was paying for blood. So
I want y'all to understand something, man. That's another thing I want to tell y'all. Make sure that you listen to this part.
you save yourself. I got to make sure that what I'm paying for is worth it. You need to lower your standards, because most of us ain't getting a bloody woman. You have been passed around. So stop with this whole list of what you want God to send you. You could even save yourself 30 years. You don't test my money out, just like we don't test the body out. You will just have to see how I live and take care of myself. See, you will take your body, but I'll still be doing husband duties. I'm not coming cutting your grass. So how do I know what kind of man he is? I'm going to always let you know that I got to go and cut my mama's grass. So that's how you'll be able to see, oh, he is a man of his word. You have been passed.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. That's one of the major problems. As men in America especially, being a godly man and honoring the word of the Most High is hard, because we live in a society that doesn't buy into it. You understand me? And the bottom line is this, bro. We are paying those men in those cultures. They pay for a virgin, man. She stay at home until she's like, I'll tell you something like this. In Africa, a 30-year-old woman is called a girl. She's not a woman. She's called a girl. You're not a woman until they don't even call you a woman until you have a husband. Being a wife makes you a woman. Otherwise, they look at you as a girl. So here we call a 30-year-old woman. We call a 30-year-old woman a wall banger here. Why? Because she done been banging so many walls. That woman is called the girl. Why? Because she's still at home with her folks for the most part. And if she ain't at home with her folks and she ain't got no husband and she done went out there and been around like that, boy, there's a price to pay over there. So if you're not paying a dowry for the woman, then you didn't go far enough into the countryside. You got to go far enough into the countryside where you got to remove a dowry in order to get the blessing of this woman's mother and father, or grandmother and grandfather, whoever she's with, to have her for yourself. You got to be able to go in there, and they're going to give her the virginity test to make sure she is still a virgin, and then you're going to pay your dowry, and that's what it is. You got to understand culture. And here in America, there is no culture. So these girls, they sneaking you in their mom and dad house while their mom and dad are in their bed sleep. But that's the society we live in. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. It's the society's fault. Like Homer was saying earlier, it's the society's fault. So when you look at that, you got to remember, as a man, you got to ask yourself, are you such a modern man that you're going to compromise what you get? Are you going to listen to guys like Yada, who wifed up a single mom, brag about how well he's taking care of that man, baby mama? Or are you going to look past that and accept the fact that most men in America have settled for less? And are you going to settle for less? Are you going to settle for less? Or are you going to say, I ain't paying for nothing but blood. I'm paying for blood. Which are you going to do? You know what I mean? Because the reality is, man, we got to make sure that we don't play games with ourselves and convince ourselves we deserve less, that we should settle for less than we deserve, that we should settle for less than God told us we can have. There's a reason. There's a reason that patriarchal societies fare better when it comes to marriage. Fare better when it comes to raising children in a successful household. So what we got to understand, man, is, dog, we don't play those games. We ain't got time to play those games. We live in a society where a man can live one way and say some other thing. We don't care nothing about that. What we care about is what's the best that we can have for our lives. And the best that you can have for your life is a woman that never been touched as your wife. All right, man, this next clip, we going to watch this boy. His baby mama going to put hands on him. Just randomly in front of the kid. And watch how much of a sucker and a simp he acts like. Big Mo, what up, man? Big Mo, salute to you, man. Watch how much of a sucker he acts like. He gonna be whining. He gonna be screaming like a girl, man. Listen to him, bro.
I'm leaving you.
And I'm pregnant?
I'm leaving you.
And I'm fucking pregnant?
I don't care. I didn't do nothing to you.
And I'm stressing you
abusing me.
That's what the fuck you doing.
All right. Well, you going to jail.
After I said leave me alone and let me be to calm down, you still didn't.
You being me while I got my daughter in my hand?
Fuck you.
Fuck you, you stupid ass.
Chill.
You want to destroy my stuff?
Excuse
Hello,
me.
the cops is
I
coming.
don't give a fuck.
Hello, can I get a police at 505 East 161st Street? Apartment 3C.
And you calling police on my fucking daughter here? You dead ass?
Yo, chill. Oh, yeah, keep attacking me. They coming. You going to jail?
Police on my daughter here?
Hey, man, that boy said, you going to jail? Yo, man. Hey, I'm trying to get through the rest of this, man.
You trying to get my daughter taken from me?
She gonna get taken because you doing this. Yo, help! Please send the police! Send them! Please send them!
Hey, yo, man. Hey, yo, man, I'll be honest with you, bro. Nigga said, you going to jail? Yo, listen, man. She would put hands on that boy, but I'm going to tell you like this, man. Some of y'all, you got to understand, man, and this is serious. You got to start judging your woman by the content of her character, man. Like, you just got to start judging one by the content of her character. Because beauty fades, man. Beauty fades. I promise you it fades, man. Now, I'm not saying just get you a butterface. No, man. But I'm saying, bro, your first inclination, of course, you got to be attracted to the woman to even want to talk to her. But your first inclination has to be to dismiss her if she doesn't have a high content of character, man. The world would be a better place if men engaged women by content of character. Some of those African cultures we were talking about, like Uganda. Now, there's some Ugandan tribes, man, where, hey, the thicker the woman, the better. Like, it represents wealth. It represents blessing. And you know what? Those men who honor that, they're blessed. People want them to be blessed. People support them. People help them be blessed because they represent what that tribe represents. The problem is you and I as black men in America, we don't know what we represent, so we just fly by the seat of our pants. So this whole BBL thing is because a woman can get a BBL, have a terrible attitude, and still get a man that's worth something. A woman who go get a BBL shouldn't be able to do nothing but sell herself so she can make her money back for that she paid for her BBL. So the content of a woman character, man, has to be a major thing, bro. It has to be a major thing, man. And so, y'all dealing with these women, man. First time y'all meet them, man, they spend a whole conversation cussing and keeping up a whole bunch of ruckus, man. Y'all dealing with women who drink liquor. Y'all dealing with women who smoke trees or cigarettes, man. Y'all dealing with women who pop all type of pills, man. Y'all dealing with women who always on the club, always on the scene, man. Y'all dealing with women who always wear their body all out exposed, man. Y'all dealing with all these types of things, man. And the bottom line is, sometimes you're dealing with women who don't do these things now, but she did it her whole life. If a woman been doing that type of stuff for 20 years, man, it's going to take 10 years for her to wean off of that stuff, for her to get the energy out of her life. So it don't matter if she just changed her life. You got to find a woman who never been about those things, man. And so when you watch something like this, man, dog, I ain't no telling what she done been doing. Look how she talking to him, man. Look how he acting, man. Look how shook he is, man. Dog, they won't been putting hands on that man forever. That's why I'm telling you, the first time you accept disrespect, it leads to more disrespect, and it leads to more disrespect, and eventually it leads to this. Women function like kids. A child will do something and do something and do something and do something till you spank them or you punish them. Then they'll stop doing that thing. And then they'll do it, then they'll figure out the line they can go to. But until you let them know, hey, this is the line, they're going to keep going. And this is what a woman does. So when we say women are like children, it's not a disrespectful thing. It's a fact. Women function like children. They're going to test and see what line they can cross. And so you got to stop. Man, you know what line a woman cross? The line stop in front of my toes. Don't cross that line in front of my toes. The line right there. Don't cross it. And the bottom line is, the moment you let a woman cross that line, bro, there's gonna be a level of expectant disrespect. She's going to expect you to allow her to disrespect you because that's what you've shown you'll do. If you got to be crying and calling the cops and doing all that, man, bro, ain't no way. There's no way. I wouldn't even be in a situation with a woman, dog, I got to call the cops on. Because there are two things that's going to happen. I'm not going to call the cops. And so if I'm in a situation with a woman like that, it's going to go terribly for her. So why would I deal with that? I just keep myself out of those situations. I don't want to be in that situation. And you shouldn't either. Why would I want to be in a situation like that? Why would I want to be in a situation with a volatile, toxic woman, an aggressive, combative woman, a woman that's always yapping off at the mouth, a woman that don't know how to zip her lip when I'm talking? That's why I tell you, men, about shut up and as an obedience. If a woman don't give you shut up as an obedience, she's this type of woman. Now, she may not cross these lines because you ain't that type of man, but there's going to be some combativeness, man. There's going to be some adversarial tendencies, man. There's going to be some aggression, microaggressions, passive aggressiveness. That's going to be all of that. A woman must show you from day one that she can give you shut up in this and obedience. If she can't, leave her the hell alone. It sounds real simple, but guys don't do it. That's what it is, man. That play fighting thing, man. Mr. J said something dope. A woman will test you with that play fighting thing. Dog, I don't play fight. I don't play wrestle. I don't play tussle. I don't do none of that, man. But you ain't gonna never see no woman grab me for play or lock up with me for play or do none of that or punch me for play or smack me for play. You ain't gonna never see none of that, bro. And here's the thing. I'm not even trying to change a woman. If I meet a woman and she's like that, I'm leaving her alone. I'm not finna train no woman that ain't how you deal with a man. Somebody else should have taught her that. If she thinks that's how she, because when you first meet a woman, dog, she don't know you. It ain't got nothing to do with your energy. It got something to do with her believing that she could play with a man like that. I'm just gonna cut her loose. I'm gonna let her know why, but I'm gonna cut her loose. Nah, baby, I can't talk to you no more. You got some aggressive tendencies right there. You talking crazy. Well, I ain't never had a woman put hands on me for play, but a woman to talk crazy, man. Nigga, who you think you talking to? I be like, huh? I be like, you know what, baby girl? I ain't talking to nobody, especially not you. Then that's it. That situation right there, she know what time it is. I be done, man. I don't know who you think you are. See, here's the thing. It's not about a woman disrespecting you personally. It's about a woman being a disrespectful woman. A woman who would talk like that. If that's her first record, it doesn't matter who says what. Let me tell y'all something about a feminine woman. A feminine woman don't turn it on and off. A truly feminine woman, this is just how she is. This is why it takes a mature man to deal with a feminine woman. A feminine woman, you cut up on her, she gonna cry. That's what a feminine woman is gonna do. She gonna cry. She might not cry in front of you. You might see her crying. She might go off into the bathroom and cry, but she gonna cry. Then she gonna be done. That's what a feminine woman does. That's why fathers have to make sure they protect their feminine daughter from these aggressive, these punk mama boys who all emotionally want to fight all the time. Because she's just gonna be feminine. She ain't nothing she gonna be able to do in that situation. A woman who's faking femininity, she put on the role around you because she know that's what you expect. She can tell that what you expect is a man. You done checked her one time about something. She like, okay, he ain't that type of man. So she'll put on the act, but all you got to do is watch somebody else get on the nerve or watch somebody get upset and watch how aggressive she become. A truly feminine woman doesn't have that aggression in her. You know what I mean? She don't have it in her. So let's get into the next clip, man. Now, these are going to be 2 clips, man. We're going to hear this woman talk about how wives work harder than husbands and men get all the benefits from marriage, which is the dumbest thing I ever heard. But then we're going to hear another black woman chop her ass up, boy. Let's check it out.
It's an everyday job for a woman to come home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids, and also go to a job like a man. So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work, and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do it? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
I do it every day.
First of all,
now I want you to listen to that woman right there. She said, why don't you want to do that? Have you done that? I do it every day. Here's what I want you. Now I want you to look at how aggressive this woman was. Any woman who speaks like that, she's off limits. So that's why you ain't gonna never see me on no panel debating. You ain't gonna see me on no panel debating nobody. Somebody asked me, somebody challenged me to a debate in the comments. I'm gonna address that when we done with this clip. Because they ain't the first person that came to me telling my man, let's debate.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you. Your point is invalid, and you sound like the rest of these unwedded women talking about the modern day women right there. I'm gonna go to work like you. Do you want me to cook, clean? First of all, if that was the case, so what? Yes, you're gonna cook, clean, do this and do that. And guess what? He taking the trash out, he fixing the house, he making sure this. Y'all have different responsibilities and different roles. Now, amongst modern day women, we're equal. We're not. We're both important. We're equally important to the relationship, but we have different duties, functions, and responsibilities. And you yelling, oh, I gotta cook, clean, yes, because don't nobody care. But at the same time, my wife don't care if the AC duct needed to be cleaned and it was $300. She won't even know that the man came and went. We have different responsibilities. Just because I can see you cook the food and you can't see me clean the gutters, you don't even care about that stuff, but it still need to be done. Men have different responsibilities. So all this, oh, I cook and I clean, and yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when your car need an oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife, period.
Now, here's what I want y'all to understand, man. Everything he said is 100% on point. You don't deserve to be a wife, period. Here's the thing. Yes, you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to do all of that. But you got to do that even when you single. You got to do that even when you single. You got to cook for yourself. You got to clean. You got to do laundry. You got to do all that. And first of all, you ain't doing laundry every day. You ain't doing no dishes because everybody load dishes in a dishwasher. Come on, let's cut it out. There ain't nobody hand washing dishes no more unless you go to one of those African cultures I was talking about. But ain't nobody hand washing dishes. Bro, we in America. Everybody got a dishwasher. Ain't nobody doing no laundry. You act like you doing laundry by hand. Grandma and them had to do laundry by hand with a washboard. Hold up, man. I'm about to sneeze. Oh. All right. Grandma and them had to do laundry on the washboard and hang it outside. All you do in the lower clothes in the dishwasher. It just goes to show you the laziness of the modern woman, bro. All she has to do is put laundry in a washing machine. Then she takes it out and throws it in a dryer. Yes, she has to fold it, but she ain't got to hang it. She just folds it and puts it up. And here's the thing, bro. She got to do that for herself anyway. Oh, y'all hold up, man. My battery and my camera went out. Let me change the battery right quick. That should have put me back in the game right there. All right, that put me back in the game. So when you think about it, man, I want y'all to understand, brother, that you got to put yourself in a situation where you don't allow a woman to convince you that she's doing so much damn work. She's doing what she was already doing. You, on the other hand, you're doing extra stuff. Everything he named for a man to do is extra stuff. Okay, you got a flat. I got to fix it. Now, the AC vent, yeah, okay, cool. That's one thing. The gutters, that's another thing. Okay, I got to do that. All of these things need to be done, but here's the problem with a woman. All she wants to do is have a man to pay things while she continues to live like she did when she was single. She wants you to split all the responsibilities that she has while she goes to work and make a check, and then you pay all the bills. Because now, granted, these same women say 50-50 relationship, you a sucker. If you want me, I ain't paying half for nothing. But you want to go to work and make money. What the hell you think you're going to do with your money? Boy, ain't no woman finna go make no money, man, then come in my house and don't pay nothing. Now let's peep game.
A few moments later.
Really, what really fucked all our shit up was, when after all that, just real quick, civil rights, after going through that, then, them coming in with welfare, making the black man get out the house and all that type of shit. That's where the division really, really started, because really, to me, even before all that, we was more together through slavery and civil rights than we are now. But, that kind of was like the first detriment on us, you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's where it kind of fucked up, because they were more willing to do anything for the black woman and her baby, but the black man couldn't be there. So what's gonna happen to him? He in the streets, so now he gotta rob, steal, kill, sell drugs, become a drug addict. So then they not gonna give him a job. They gonna give a black woman a job. So, black women making money, he not. That's gonna fuck up the whole little how I respect you type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the first. Now, fast forward that all the way up to now, bitches is out of control. I'm just keep it all. Out here that don't represent me, you don't represent a lot of real people. Y'all didn't.
Here's the thing, brothers. I look at all of that and I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care why it is that black women don't respect black men. I don't care. I just don't care. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I'm out in public, man, white women, Asian women, Hispanic women, they speak and smile and do all of that. Sometimes black women do. Most times they don't. I don't care, though. Like, it don't bother me. Like, it's never bothered me. I like who likes me. I deal with who deals with me. I speak to who speaks to me. I just don't do it. I walked in, I can't remember where I was, man. I was in Atlanta, I believe. I can't remember what I was. I can't remember what I was going into. But I went into a store in Atlanta, and there was a security guard sitting over there by the door. And I heard her as I was coming in, being all nice and jovial to all these people, man. And she was a black woman, a little bit older, man, like she probably about maybe 45, 50. And or maybe she just looked older, but she was at least 40. So I walked by, man, and when I walked in, bro, she mugged up and looked at me with a look on her face, man, and then just turned her head off, man, looked the other way. I had just heard her, bro. I saw her as I was coming in, being all jovial with all these non-black people, man, and all these, just whoever else came in. But out of that whole group, I was the only black man coming in, man, and she just turned her nose up at me, man, looked crazy. You know what? It didn't bother me one bit. It didn't bother me one bit. Because I just don't care. I don't care what happened in the 60s and 70s, and I just don't care. You know what I'm saying, man? You look at where we are right now, man. Everybody has an opportunity, man, to do what they want to do. So it didn't hold me back. I'm not still trying to recover, no connection with a group of women, man, that ain't got no love for me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I could care less. You know what I mean? Like I literally could care less, man. I just don't care. And the bottom line is, if you care, then you're caring too much about the wrong thing. Like whatever they want to do, man, however they feel, woman feel like that's too much for her. She can't buy into the process, my progress. Cool. Because here's the thing. They so wild that she gonna smash you anyway. Like she still gonna want to give you the loving. Like she's still gonna want to put that hot pocket on you, man. You gonna listen, man. You gonna be able to eat hot pockets. You gonna have hot pockets for dinner. That's cool. If that's all she want, man, that's cool. But if this is her attitude, that first woman, if that's her attitude, that's all she good for. And I think the bottom line is, when you look at it, there's too many men out here that are still trying to recover what's lost. Well, here's the thing about what's lost. If something's lost, L-O-S-T, you might find it. But if you took a loss, L-O-S-S, it's over. We keep trying to find something that was lost, L-O-S-T, but we took a loss. That thing is gone. It's a loss. It's lost, man. The only listen, when you try to recover from a loss, you're doing something that's a lost cause. You just can't do it, man. That thing is gone. It's been gone for a long time. So to be thinking about it or even trying to make it happen or looking back into it, man, it's crazy to me. Like I tell you right now, man, the worst decision any man can make in America, man, is to be legally married in a monogamous relationship with one Americanized woman. It just don't make sense. Now, listen, you could go to another culture and get you a wife. You really could. You got to be meticulous and know where you're going, and you got to make sure they're not Americanized. But you can get a un-Americanized woman from another culture. In America, all you're gonna get is Americanized women. And I say this to you as well. That's why so many men are buying out of this whole commitment thing. When you worry about what a woman doing when she ain't around you, that's commitment type shit. You know what I'm saying? When you looking all on the woman phone and doing all that, that's commitment type shit. You understand? When you around here, man, just kissing a woman, letting her slob all in your mouth, doing all that, going downtown and all that, man, that's commitment type shit. Man, I'm just telling you, it ain't worth it. So in this last clip, man, we're gonna watch Chico Bean from Wildin' Out and 85 South Podcast, man. We're gonna watch him give facts. Why Neo went through what he went through with his baby mama, and now Neo says he gonna be polygamous, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't limiting himself. He got 2 girlfriends right now. He ain't limiting himself to just 2. He gonna have as many as he can take care of. That's what he said. He gonna have as many as he can take care of. And if that's how he want to live his life, it's better to live your life where you got women in your life that want to be there and you take care of them than it is to have one woman who giving you hell like this baby mama finna give him. This has to be the worst situation I've ever seen of a famous man getting treated like total crap by his baby mama, man. Y'all peep gang.
Wake up in the morning to wash your pussy, it don't belong to you. It's hers. It'll never be yours. It's just your turn. Right. So you just make sure that whatever she doing when it's not your turn ain't fucking up your turn. Thanks. That's just the way I don't care what you do when I'm not around. As long as whatever you doing when I'm not around don't bring me no problems when I am around, we good, because you grown and you able to do what you want to do. Long as it ain't no niggas out here mad at me. If you saying that I'm the only nigga you fuck with and all that, then I'ma hold you to that, because I ain't asked you for that.
A few moments later.
Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off. He calling the police, y'all. He calling, no, I don't give a, listen. No, you know what you did. Your body slamming on the floor. Come on, police. Tell him the real you. Tell him the real you. Tell him the real you.
Now, backstory. She's in his house. They got a daughter together. She's in his house complaining that he has other women there while his daughter is there. This is his baby mama in his house where she don't live, complaining and talking to him crazy, bro. Listen to it, man.
Tell him the real you. And why we're here today. Tell him why we're here today. Shut the boy, refuse to. Remove me. Why? Why? Because the commotion. How did the commotion start? What did we talk about? What did I ask of you?
All of that is irrelevant.
All of that is irrelevant.
You started throwing shit and getting loud and disturbing people.
Okay, so you calling the police like a y'all, guess what? Over what? Over what? Because he want hoes over the house while his kids is here. While you like to have hoes, drugs, and weed, alcohol, mushrooms, and tell them about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Tell these people the truth. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck about none of these kids. Do y'all see a fucking picture in his house of a fucking kid? He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drugs, drinking alcohol, fucking these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the fuck up out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. He gonna say, my daughter crying. You gotta go. But the hoe gonna stay, huh? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay?
Excuse me.
The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay?
Excuse
The hoe gonna stay?
Come on now.
The hoe gonna stay?
You're doing a lot.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Why can't you just be at home with your kids?
Why can't you just get out?
Why you just can't be at home with the kids?
Excuse me.
Why you can't be at home with the kids? Is that hard for you to lay in the bed and lay down with your kids?
No, I've done it before.
No, you don't do it. That's the problem. That's why I'm here, and you know that. And you know that. And you know that, though. And you know that. And you know that.
And you
Tell these people that.
And I'm
Shut
on
up.
that.
Shut
All
up.
right, cool.
Shut your
Go
man. Shut your up.
You got home.
Shut your up. Take care of your kids and shut the bitch. Shut the fuck up, Mr. Clean. Please stop playing with me before I slap the shit out of you.
Yo, you slap the shit out of me.
No, shut your up. Shut the, yeah, I know I'm gonna go to jail with you. That's why I'm staying. I'm staying far away from you. The police. Police. Shut your up, pussy hoe.
What I'm supposed to do, fight you? Fuck out of here.
You already did that.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you don't
Yeah. La, la, la. Shut up.
Polyamorous relationship thing. You have 2 girlfriends right now, right? I mean, is that the cap, or would you add more to it?
No specific cap. It just depends on, who I vibe with and who vibes with me.
I know. Okay, so no cap to it. So as many, maybe you'd add. Oh, okay. We're not closing the door to
As
that.
many as you can afford, That's how
I know. So Omarion right now is celebrating his 3 years of celibacy.
Wow.
Would you ever do something like that, or is that just?
I'm certain that was a spiritual decision. You know what I'm saying? So congrats to him. Don't know if I could do it, but congrats to him, indeed.
Polyamorous.
So, man, listen. Honestly, what you hear with Neo is a man who will do anything just to have women around him who show him respect. After you deal with the type of woman who disrespects you that way, now we're talking about famous, multi-platinum selling Neo. We're talking about Grammy Award winning Neo, man. We're talking about one of the most phenomenal songwriters anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Got hits on this belt. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. He wrote that for Mario, man. It's one of those. The man got some hits on this belt, man. And when you think about it, he's still being treated like this. But here's the problem. What you hear in the background, recording him talking crazy to him, is a hood rat. A bona fide hood rat. Anytime woman call you police ass or, man, that's hood talk, man. That's hood vernacular. Bro, let me tell you something. Even if I was dealing with a hood chick, she wouldn't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? She'd just be a casualty of where she was born. But her whole energy and all of that, bro, I would never deal with a toxic woman like that. What we're hearing in this entire show is the toxicity of women. And what happens when you deal with a woman who's toxic like that? Now she's in his house where he paid the bills, talking crazy to him like that. Man, let me tell you something, man. I know he got some cousins or somebody, some nieces or somebody. Boy, there'll be some females I know from somewhere, boy, they'll be getting on her. You know what I'm saying? That'd be last time she get routed like that. But the thing is, I would have never dealt with her in the first place. Ever. I just wouldn't have dealt with her, bro. Like, he ain't got no respect for himself. Then he turn around and get two hood rats that he paying. They on camera. They in the picture on the boat twerking with him. If you gotta pay for respect, it's not real respect. If you gotta pay a woman to like you, she doesn't really like you. If you gotta pay a woman to be intimate with you, she's not really attracted to you. If you gotta pay a woman to marry you, you're not really husband material to her. She just wanna be a bride. Stop putting yourself in situations where you're interacted with like you're a sucker. Even if you are a sucker, don't let a woman be the one to treat you like a sucker. Even if you are lame, don't let a woman get away with treating you like a lame. Even if you are a nice guy, don't let a woman get away with disrespecting you because you're a nice guy. Stand on some principles. Now, I know you might not be able to apply the ism to your life in full, but what you can do is have a standard line that you don't let a woman cross. Have a standard line that you don't let a man cross. And it's got to be a real line. And you got to stick to it. And the problem is, that little girl in that bed, she look young. Like she may be 6 or 7, maybe 5. Neo stuck dealing with this clown for all of these years. Bro, let me tell you something. A woman like that, and this is real talk, with a woman like that, I just fall back and send money, dog. I have my mama go get that baby and spend time with that baby so she'll know this side of the family. Because a child always gonna want to come back around, man, to their dad, man, always. If you were there in the beginning and the woman go crazy, man, fall back. No, man, don't put yourself through this. You, as a man, you don't deal with the woman's disrespect for the benefit of the child. If the child gonna suffer, the child gonna suffer because of their mama disrespect, because of his mama energy. You don't go try to fix that and mend that, because you can't. You know what's worse than falling back and then circling back around dealing with your child when he gets older? It's having that child see his mama disrespect you like that. Damn the woman. What you want is to have a respectful relationship from your child. You want your child to respect you as a man, as a protector. But if your child see you can't even protect yourself from his mama, you're going to lose. I was up, Beta Down. It's the motto, flawless fitness. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate it. All right, man. Look here. I ain't going to hold y'all in this thing too much longer, man. We're going to go ahead and get ready to slide out of here. Tommy's dad, welcome to the family. Welcome to the GLG. So, man, listen, I appreciate y'all, man. Look, we're going to slide in here tomorrow, man, and we're going to take a dive into Tyrese. Tyrese, man, he going through it, man. The old woman, man, that he was with, man, been 4 years since the divorce, man, they had to circle back trying to get $40,000 a month from him, dog. I mean, trying to constantly come back and hit his pocket, boy. If you want to talk about marrying a woman who only saw you as a check, Tyrese is the poster child for that, man. And but the reality is, he's going through some things, man. His mental health. His mental health isn't where it needs to be. And he's crumbling fast, man. So we'll take a dive into that, man. And we'll also, man, we'll talk about, we got a couple of other topics we're going to talk about too, man. They're going to be phenomenal topics, man. We got a couple of things going on, man. We'll also talk about Tina Lawson and what Tina knows and Richard Lawson. We'll take a dive into, I'll throw y'all piece come to know about Ben Affleck and J-Lo, man. We'll dive into that. Bunch of things going on out here, man, and it's all proving one thing. Legal marriage in America is for fools. And if it don't prove to be a fool for you early, you'll waste your whole damn life like Judge Greg Mathis, and then it'll prove that women are never loyal in the end. The number one reason legal marriage in America is a wrong move for a man to make, because a woman is never loyal to anything except herself. It doesn't matter how much time, effort, and energy you put in with her, or how many years you provide and protect. So look, man, SJ3, my brother, appreciate you being in the joint, man. Glad you was able to get through, man. I saw Famo in here earlier, I believe, man. That boy Will, man, appreciate you coming through, man. A couple other people came through, man. Bunch of people, man. Jig, Ash, Rational Logic a couple times, Jig a couple of times. Cash One, New York. DJ Fresh, my brother. Fresh a couple times. KTP. Jig again. Jig once more. And Flawless, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all brothers, man. Make sure I ain't miss nobody up here. I think I did. Raider 21, appreciate you. Rational Logic again. Sorry, Rational Logic up there somewhere. All right, man. We're going to go ahead and get ready to head out of here, man. Markel, appreciate you, young homie. Ash again. Fresh asked me a question earlier. What do you think she out here waiting? What does she think out here waiting for, man? Nothing? Trying to run back to Greg. Black Barbie, I appreciate you. All right, man, let's get out of here, man. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. And we out this thing, man. Peace.
Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Drinks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.